welcome back to MD Global Muscle Radio here at the Pump Meter Studios with me, your host, Giles Thomas, and I'm joined by my co-host all the way from Norway.
Official Olympia, last episode 35, last episode before Olympia. Let's go.
AJ, I forgot to say your name.
It don't matter, it's the Olympia now. Give a F about our names right now.
Yeah. How far are we out?
We're 7 days away.
9 days, 7 to 9 days out we are.
People are suffering right now, but it's only 7 more days.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine that mindset I've had? Because some of these people, they've been training all year, preparing for all year, and it's like so close.
They can taste, and especially this year, they can smell the Sandoe.
2 vacant thrones.
212 open. 212 is open. The open is open. Everything is open.
Everything's open.
Other than the girl didn't respond to your DM when you announced.
Yes.
You want to talk about it?
Well, I just hinted to someone that I was single and I was getting a bit of dialogue going, and then I said, "Well," she said, "Well, you always look so smart in your suits," and I said, "Well, you know, now I'm single, I have to make the added effort," and then the trail went cold. So just to compound my humiliation and rejection.
We will not mention this IFBB girl figure pro's name.
Nope. And I screenshotted it and sent it to AJ just so we could have a like when you that girl you sent that she sent you the love hearts and she went, "You want to get busy?"
Oh.
And you were like, "You want to get busy?" She goes, "No, it just means I like your post."
Oh, remember that quiz in episode 1 or 2 when I just went to Romania and I just learned how to use Instagram. And I said I love you, and she said I love you. I thought, and it was just she likes my post.
I love her. You just double tap. She just double tapped you.
Well, we got a long way since then. I'm Instagram genius now. I've got 24 whatever. I don't even remember how much since I got Instagram. How many stories, Giles Tigers, you get it? Like hundreds every day.
Well, I only figured out stories like 6 to 8 weeks ago, and now I'm crazy on it. I actually get up an hour and a half earlier on my day just so I can do my stories.
So, and you just learned Instagram TV?
Yeah, just literally, Chris showed me how to do Instagram TV on our Global Muscle Radio Instagram. So because I update the MD Instagram sometimes with all our work.
What's
with
the Global Muscles Instagram's name, Chris?
Well, it pops up every 10 minutes.
Oh, it does.
It's funny that, isn't it?
How do you do that?
What? How do you do what?
But that's to the bodybuild. That's very important for people to learn social. Could you see how much more attraction you get when your social media skills are better?
Do you know? I think Derek Lunsford should change his Instagram name.
Derek Lunsford,
Mr. UA 2017. I mean, when you type in his name into search, it will come up. But I think now, no disrespect, I mean, he's a Mr. USA, but he's kind of surpassed that now. And he's really that's an amateur show, which he won in 2017. A week later, he won Tampa. 6 weeks later, he got 5th at the Olympia, got Rookie of the Year, which Bob Chick said to me, he won by a landslide, of course. Now I think he needs Kemal, Chemo, Kemo something. I mean, you surely put their name up.
Hector Mendoza, MD's photographer. Mm-hmm. He has the Brandon Curry's.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
What's it called? Brandon Curry's cover?
Cover, yeah. He shot the cover. In fact, actually, when I caught up with Brandon the day after down in the lobby at the Hilton where Arnold stays, when he won the Arnold Classic, he was there with his Marvelous, and he had his Arnold trophy. And I said, "Where are you going now?" He said, "Well, I'm going back to Nashville." He says, "And Hector is going to be coming and doing a photo shoot," and that was the photo shoot pictures. So and it was a really good picture because I actually how did I get it? How do I? I saw it on the forum. Steve Blackman posted it on the forum, and I copied the picture and I put it on my Instagram and I sent it and I tagged. No, I didn't tag. I think they just saw it on my feed, and Hector went crazy. He was like, "Oh my god, Brandon, that's my first front cover." He was so excited.
So he was at Vancouver covering the event.
Yes.
He said he's been to 3 Olympias and a bunch of other NPC IFBB Pro shows, of course.
I love his enthusiasm.
He said he touched Hadi's shoulders.
Okay.
He went up to him with a female doctor.
What?
And touched Hadi's rubbed. No, because Hadi was upset that people said that something was in his shoulders. Listen, He went and touched it, and the doctor woman confirmed there's nothing in his shoulders.
How can a doctor confirm that?
I do not know.
I'll be honest, AJ.
By touching them.
I'll be honest, I'm actually not feeling this, he's got stuff in his shoulders. Because there is a slight shine on it, but sometimes, I'll be honest, bodybuilders have to put their gear somewhere.
Yeah.
They do. No, they do. It's like, he's just put the odd, they're all rotating.
I'm just saying there's nothing funky in them.
There's nothing, a lot of these athletes, do you know how you can tell when they've been putting stuff there? It's when they do a readable bicep and the 3 heads are not completely separate. Like if you look at the early Flex Wheeler pictures in 1993, you know, he did everything was straight in detail, and obviously they maybe did put a bit of synthol or whatever. And that's when in a front muscular, their delts look amazing, even though you can't see the striations. But when they do a readable bicep, they do lose the separation between the three heads, and that's when it really shows up. And I have seen it in Hadi. So maybe he just needs to.
So he said he's seen a lot of bodybuilders, and to him, the only bodybuilder he's seen alive, in his flesh, is 2011 Phil Heath. That was more impressed than Hadi in person.
Whoa. Literally before we started filming, someone on Instagram had reposted the footage of Hadi when he first comes out. And I said, I think if he could get to the Olympia...
What?
AJ, I think he'd be a contender for the Open.
Yeah, contender, but that's all. Everybody's a contender right now.
No, I mean a real contender. I think he would... I think 100% hands down top 5.
Yeah.
And I think, because I've never seen him...
Hadi or Dex Jackson?
Hadi.
Hadi or Rolly Winkler?
Rolly's...
On Rolly Winkler.
Oh, shit. Well, they have competed against each other. Sharu.
And then Rolly won. But I'm saying...
Yeah, but Hadi's a different beast now. He was a 212 then.
That's what I'm asking you now. Hadi or Rolly Winkler? Both are on. Everything's fine. Hadi's always on, so...
Can we say Hadi versus Bonac? Well, actually, that's even worse because I don't know. That's the one I want to see. That's the comparison I want to see. I want to see Hadi and Bonac next to each other at their best. Honestly, that would be... that would be like a Phil versus Kai. Like, literally 50-50.
So Hadi and Rolly, you didn't give me the answer. Because you see them both in the flesh, you know?
Rolly... Oh, God. I think Hadi's less flawed, but Rolly is bigger. Hadi's more detailed. A lot more detail in the quads, more straight.
And we like the size, so we go for Rolly,
I like detail. I'll tell you what, you go for Rolly, I'll go for Hadi.
Seriously? You have Hadi beating
Rolly?
Just
purely to offer some balance here, but I would... No, seriously, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I think Rolly, and on Rolly, but that's a big if because he didn't look very good earlier this year in his condition. Last year's Saturday night Rolly versus Vancouver Hadi.
For me, it's hard for people. A lot of people say Hadi is not as impressive in pictures as he's in person. He says when you see him in person, it's like a dream.
I'm disappointed when I look pictures because I've seen him at San Marino.
And since you've seen him in person in San Marino, I remember you called me, had an orgasm.
I did have an orgasm.
So that means it's something truly epic, you know?
Yeah, he was 222 in that show. I think I'm so glad that he got to compete outside of Europe because at least at Vancouver, a lot of the media and a lot of people got to see how good he is. I think he's better than Ramy.
But you think, let me think, Steve Kuklo is better than Ramy too, don't you?
Nope.
You think Jocelyn Arterwich is better than Ramy, don't you?
Nope.
Oh, you started getting, you started getting respect now, huh? You think...
What do you mean better? Who do I think would beat who? There's a big difference.
Last episode was a little bit different. We had a lot of guests.
Yes. That was a different format for the show because we wanted to do because we had 2 final episodes that we filmed this week right before the Olympia, and we thought, I mean, AJ, we've got access to kind of. I'm not being, but we do have access to everyone, pretty much.
And
apart from Bieki.
And how do?
Don't start me off.
Yeah. Just to make it official, I've asked Lionel Bieki at least 22 times to come on. He's never.
Definitely 24 times. You told me.
He doesn't want to come on.
Why?
Tell me why. I don't know. You gotta ask him.
Nothing but.
No, I think. No, I don't know. But anyway, so we had a different format last time.
Yes, we had multiple guests because if you think about how we started, say episode 2 with Flex Lewis, it was our intro for an hour.
We talked about Pete Jones.
No, he's not Jamaican. He's Welsh.
He is part Jamaican.
Because AJ has a problem with accents. He thinks Welsh people, Chris, do Welsh people sound Jamaican?
A little bit.
No, they don't.
Say something, Chris. Say something Welsh. Say, hey, my name is Chris, and I'm a swag champ. Say that in Welsh.
Yeah, do it in Welsh. He's got no mic. He's sold it. Sold it.
Okay, can you say to him? You are Aren't you Welsh?
I am Welsh.
So speak Welsh.
Well,
then.
I'm speaking Welsh now because I'm Welsh.
No, you're not speaking. You don't.
Chris, isn't this how Welsh people
This
speak?
is how Flex Louis speaks.
This is how Welsh people speak.
Can we put up a Flex Wheeler
Boyo.
speech on YouTube? There?
Shit myself, have you? Whose coat's that jacket?
There you go.
That's Jamaican, AJ. Stop trolling.
No.
You're just being silly now.
So we
You're
started
excited about the Olympia. You're getting giddy.
first 4 or 5 months. No, first 2-3 months was one person each time.
As I was saying before, episode 2.
You're a model now. I forgot.
The new Fabio.
Miami Pro. Start shouting out them now.
No. Yeah. So yes, I'm not a model. Model airplane. Yeah, episode 2. It was an hour intro, and then we had like Phil. Flex went for 2 hours 15, and then something happened before we relaunched to episode 9, where we got let down. So we decided, because we got let down the day before, so we kind of reached out, and a lot of people came forward. One of which was Phil. We had Josh Lenartowicz, and then we just what did we do? 3 guests that episode, and then. It's kind of just, we've experimented with different formats. And last episode, we just thought, we'll get 6 people on. And we had them all back to back. And I enjoyed doing it that way, actually. I quite enjoyed it. You enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's good because we mixed it up and we had
What guests?
Shaker. What a find. 4-hour leg sessions twice a week. 3 children. She only started competing, training 4 years.
9 months, first show.
She competed last December. That was her first show. She went to Vancouver, won the amateur. The next day, went and won the pro. And now she's going to the Olympia. So imagine like last year, she hadn't even competed. And now she's going in. I mean, that girl could make top 5 Olympia.
Guaranteed.
I mean, when you were watch it at the house last night, and you were showing me, you had on the laptop, the footage from Vancouver, and I thought I'd seen pictures, and I thought, oh, she looks good, but when you showed me the video, I mean, it was just game over.
It was lights out.
Lights out. It won her. She's so good. I mean, just such a beautiful look, and just
Missy Farrell, who we love.
Oh, we love Missy. We love Missy.
Hope she's gonna win this fitness title.
Yeah, really rooting.
Although
for her.
my Minna is also my favorite, but she's never been to Olympia, so it's not likely she's gonna win. But Missy was 4th.
Yes.
And 1 person's left. She said, wasn't it? In the top 4.
Yeah,
I
the
can't
one who got
remember
3rd
her name.
last year. I forget the name now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's added size, but fitness is different. It's routine. So
and she overcame a knee injury earlier in the year where she was playing baseball. So she's looking to. I mean, I would love to see her win. And also, sorry, I'm talking about guests. I'm talking about predictions now. But yes, I love having Bob Chick on because he's always so.
Bob Chick and Dennis. What's exciting with these people is they are very well connected, obviously.
Yes.
Bob even more than Dennis because he is like the mafia man of the IBB Pro League.
Yeah. He just tells it like it is, and thing is, he's so knowledgeable. He has so much facts. Like he will go at anyone with the facts that he has because he knows them to be true. And
he speaks. He doesn't. People say he's. Some people say that he might. That he's too much politics.
Is he? Bollocks.
But the point is, do you
No, he's
remember when he came up and he just slayed Roden on our show?
Yes.
Meaning he speaks what he feels, not always what.
Oh, about the guest posing, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So meaning that he has his own mind.
Yes, that's what we want to see, though. That's the thing is, I don't want someone to come on and be all political.
We were shocked the first time, remember?
I was like, whoa, Bob, are you sure you want?
Now,
and he's like, well, I like that, though. I like that. I respect that. Yeah. And Dennis James, I like the way that, our banter between us. I felt like we were talking as a 3 group of friends. I don't want to say threesome. And I was trying to think of 3 friends. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm cool. No, but with Bob, so that's so cool to discuss industry news, rumors.
And there's no filter. He's just saying exactly what he thinks because he loves the sport. His intentions are good. He's not, and I just think he's just direct. I like that.
Have you noticed that we know even more than some of the highs up?
Wow. Let's be careful.
Be careful now. We don't. Yeah. We gotta go. We have a big prediction list.
Yes, we do.
But before that, you have a gift for me.
Hang on. Yeah. There you go. Put this one, AJ.
So what is this?
This is Derek. This is my gym in called Gemini Gym. This is if you watched episode 30 of Global Muscle Radio, where when we did the Phil Heath tour, when we did with the mayor. If you watch one of the towards the end, wasn't it, Chris? It was on towards the end of the episode. We did. Phil Heath got involved with a charity event for Unique Potential. This is a centre that's opening. It's all raised by like funds and.
I wish I could make it a little bit bigger, though, so it
charities.
look a little more like some diamond chain or something. It looks a little bit soft, but okay, I'll wear it.
It's for charity, AJ. It's not about swag.
Well,
it's
you can have swag and do charity at once, can't you?
Can you? Well, you can't be buying diamonds.
No. But it was not. What is this? So it's.
Anyway, so it's a centre for homeless and people with learning and physical difficulties, aged 19 to 25. It's like they got activities.
Have you ever been homeless? Have you ever lived in your car or something like no?
No.
Is that normal in the UK, or is that because since he's?
No, not really. I've lived in some shitholes, but yeah.
No, America, some people live in their cars.
Do they?
Don't they, Chris? Isn't that more like a? But America's a huge country, so you got all type of,
Yeah. I mean, it's very scary, but it's a very. But anyway, so Derek is he's opening the centre. Phil was glad to be involved. Brandon Curry's going to be coming to a big event. Actually, it's at a big. We're going to have celebrities there, local press.
Brandon Curry tour. What's the dates again? Quick, not where it is, but it's the
8th to the 13th of October. We're fully booked now. Fully booked. So,
come in as a new Mr. Olympia champion.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hope so.
Yeah, we'd really add to the tour because plus it's good because they probably put their prices up. So, so get him. So everyone jumped on board because they wanted him while he was before he doubled his prices because they do when they. I mean, the prestige of winning an Olympia title, you can command more. That's
the prestige. Yeah.
Oh, smell the money! I thought.
Yeah.
Smell the cheese.
I smell the prestige.
You call it cheese money, don't you?
Cheese.
Make some cheese.
Or flow.
What flow?
Flow. That's in Norway we say Harry flow.
What?
It don't matter.
Yeah. Have you noticed you don't actually have your like the first few episodes you used to drift in and out of Norwegian? You say excellent, wasn't it?
Because I'm thinking about moving to Vietnam now.
And now, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was I saying?
I have no idea. I said Vietnam. You got all confused. Got you all shook up.
Oh,
Okay, Derek. No.
Yeah.
Charity a little bit.
Yes. So yes, unique potential. So yes, it's So Derek has he's been doing what's he got? Scalfel, big mountain thing. He's been for charity and raising
Giles
funds.
Is finally a celebrity since we're doing charity work, huh?
No, it was to be honest. And when I asked Phil as well, because I dropped that on him at the last minute, he was like he actually thanked me. And I asked Brandon Curry's wife, I said, look, would he be interested? I said, obviously it's a non-paid additional thing to the tour. And she said, absolutely, we'd be happy to be involved. So, because I think it's, they genuinely, because thing is, like Brandon and Brandy, they're like the nicest people you could imagine. Phil was like, his brother's autistic, so there's connections there. He did that really good speech with Chris filmed. And I mean, that was all off the cuff as well. So, yeah, this is, so I just want to give, Unique Potential, check out their Instagram page and really good cause. It's just nice to be involved. And have you been DMing the mayor as well? Because I know you're attracted to power, AJ. She came up to you. She was asking you, "Are you on Twitter, AJ?" She was like, "There's a picture," and she's like literally up to his waist.
She wanted some.
That's a good height.
That all you asked.
Sorry, no. I'm being flippant.
Okay, quick. Before goal predictions.
Yep.
This is 2019.
Yep.
This is our first season of the Olympia. Give us our comments on YouTube and on Giles Tiger Instagram, on AJ Kelly Instagram. If he even bothers to check them, check Pump Media's Instagram. He's a little bit starting to become a little bit celebrity for us over there. But anyway, check his Instagram out. Give us some.
I just drifted off there.
Give us some comments on what type from 1st October things are changing with this show.
Yes, the format. Yeah.
It's a new deal.
Yeah,
Whatever happens.
Yeah.
Give us a format what you would like to see.
Yeah.
To be honest, Chris, we would like some more. With how much work and time and professionalism from all parties, we would like to see some more views. To be honest,
do you think?
So if somebody of you guys are more into how to get more views, because I don't think it's the quality, I just think we don't know how to promote it correctly.
I mean, we release this in one big episode, and we try to keep it around 3 hours. So it's like an hour. Typically, it's an hour intro, and then we can have anywhere, usually 3 to 4 guests. These 2 episodes, last episode 34, and this one 35. 35, yeah. We've gone up to like 6 because obviously we want to get everyone on. It's the Olympia. People are queuing up they want to be on. They want to hype them. And what was I saying?
Saying, give us your opinions.
Yeah.
Because some of you are probably marketing strategists or technical or nerds or whatever. So you have some opinions we can use.
I mean, yeah. So we release it in one big go, and then we break it up into smaller clips. Someone suggested that we put the intro, we post that on a Monday, and then we do an interview Tuesday, interview Wednesday. I like it as one big thing, but
you want to have 4,000? You want to have 8,000 views, or you want to have 60,000 views?
I know, yeah.
I don't know, man.
I know. Would you like the episode staggered through the week, or
that's for people? Give us a comment, and we'll look it for October. We're gonna change it a little bit.
Yeah, and we'll view the data.
And next on the classic, this show, I love it, but I think next Olympia Predictions or on a class prediction, we're gonna have some more epic things. We can need people in. If you need some female physique girls in the studio, we need Sam Sandoe to come and give us some Michael Jackson poses
on the table.
On the table. So this will be our last boring Mr. Olympia prediction.
Right.
We have to evolve. We have to get more interactive. We have to get more pumped.
Yes. Put me in the studio.
2019 official. Last time we just trolled on our Olympia predictions. Let's do it seriously. And remember,
let's troll seriously this time.
Giles is 100% he's going to Olympia. I'm 75% going to Olympia. I have a meeting 5th of September to get my visa.
Yeah. Come on.
Meaning we doing this Olympia predictions. It's not the same as doing it if you're just a Joe Schmo. You're going to meet all these people in person.
Yeah.
And if for people at home, bodybuilders, especially the pro bodybuilders, can be very whiny. And they can be very butthurt when you don't put them in your placings.
Yes.
This is very normal for people at home. We get DMs. Why did you do this? So this is a little bit, when we put these predictions, it's not something it can get brutal later.
Well, the thing is though, if you've got a champion mindset, and I put someone your 8th place, and they're like, right, I'm going to really show these guys. If you've got the right mindset, and then you end up getting 5th, you use things like that for motivation. Yeah. So if you're wanting to go. If you think you're going to win it and you get 8th, and we said you would be 10th, then good on you.
The only point is, I'm not the IPB Pro Mr. Olympia bodybuilder, but I would not let some historian or a fan or whatever you want to call us.
No.
I wouldn't let let's say I say Patrick Moore's going to win the Olympia.
Yeah.
And I was Juan Morel. I wouldn't be who cares what I have to say about it?
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Yeah, it's all subjective.
It's all subjective.
And the thing is, it's like say the year Ronnie came in and just took it in 98. I mean, he was 9th the year before. I mean, I bet people would have laughed if someone in the prediction said, oh, that Ronnie Coleman's made some gains. I've heard he's put 20 pound of muscle on. He's going to be shredded, dry to the bone. They'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
So we're going to our Olympia predictions now. And this is the show that comes out, Rising Phoenix Suns comes out this week.
Rising Phoenix.
Yes. The Olympia for the females bodybuilders.
Yeah. We're
going to give a top 3 prediction there too. And that's going to be hard also.
That's quite easy for me.
Okay. Let's go to our predictions.
Yes. Oh, that's our old ones.
No, that's remove them.
Okay.
Remove. No. Let's
remove
you can just
them. Fill it in.
No. I want to see it from the scratch.
Okay. Yeah, I've changed my mind since. Like I said, we would just change our minds.
Okay, Giles. You want to start with you first?
Brandon Curry first.
You can do top 4 first. Yeah, I go 4, then you go 4, and I go 4, and then you go to 2, and I go 2.
Whatever. William Bonac second. Bonac. Yep, that's right. Dexter third. Rowley fourth. Yep. Come on, AJ.
Curry first.
Tappy tap. 2. Come on.
Dexter Jackson.
Oh, Dexter. That's interesting. A lot of people saying that, AJ. A lot of people are saying that.
William Bonac.
Dexter beat Bonac. Nah.
And Rolly Winkler.
So we both got Rowley fourth. Thing is, you know that Rowley could win it as well.
Who you got? Forget about. Let's do that later, and we can talk about this later.
5th.
Yeah, now it gets. Use your mind now.
5th. Nathan. 6th. Luke. 7th. De La Rosa. It's very tense, isn't it? 8th. Morel. I feel like I've really missed somebody out, yeah. Oh! 9th. Kuklo. KUCLO.
You have big Steve Kuklo in 9th place. Let's
Morel's condition is very good at the moment. Have you seen how shredded he is? He's very good, and I think he'll. So then, so you want my 10th? 10th, Patrick Moore. I feel like I've missed somebody out. I have missed somebody out. Well, that's the way it is. Someone's going to get missed out. I'm sorry. Come on, AJ.
Nathan Diasha.
Nathan Diasha 5th. You're such a copycat.
No, but also he's from Jamaica,
so we
and
both,
I'm from Jamaica. So
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, AJ.
You gotta. 6th.
6th. Come on, AJ.
De La Rosa.
You think De La Rosa? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Didi. 7th.
Sandoe.
DOE, yeah. 8th. Come on. Kuklo.
Yeah, but
what about really Clarence DeVee, Marks Charles?
Yeah, no. I really like the condition I'm seeing from Morel right now, you know?
Yeah.
And Kuklo, the separation is not at the right now.
We saw that video of him training shoulders. I was expecting him to be a little bit harder, to be honest. But he is. Thing is, everyone says he could be. Hang on a minute. We forgot about Cedric. Oh shit! Oh no! I knew I'd left somebody out.
Go your first then.
Fuck.
But where though? He ain't beating my main man, Nathan Diasha. You can forget about that.
I would put Cedric in 7th and knock everybody else down. Sorry.
And take away Patrick Moore.
Yeah, can we put Cedric in 8th? No, 8th. 8th. I don't think he's going to bring it this year. But he's still going to do better than he was the last two. No, because 2016 he was 7th. 2017 there was 9th last year, and I just think there's all this special invite has come too late. I don't think he's got long enough to do it. Like Jay Cutler said in our last episode 34.
Where do you have Cedric?
Cedric, I've got 8th.
Okay.
Yeah, and then move Morel down to 9th.
So you have De La Rosa beating Cedric, yeah?
Yeah, I think he's going to look good. I think he's going to look really good. Because all that guy has to do is get shredded. And we know he's going to be shredded. He's got 2 pro wins under his belt this year. He's got Neil and Flex in his corner, checking on him every day. I just don't think he's going to blow it. And all he has to do is get shredded. It's kind of like Cedric, really. Cedric's got all the goods.
Cedric in 8th.
Oh. And there's people saying Cedric could win it. He could do a Roden.
No, forget it. Morel in 8th.
You think, yeah.
And Cedric in 9th. And Kuklo at 10th.
You got to give the nod to the condition.
I would really love for me to be wrong with Kuklo.
Yeah.
But it's just the condition at the time is... let's not be negative.
Yeah.
Who did I have again? It was...
Cedric.
No, it was not. It was...
Morel. So you think Cedric 9th?
Cedric 9th.
And who's 10th? Kuklo 10th?
I almost want to put Michael Lockett. But,
Michael Lockett, see.
Kuklo.
Michael Lockett's a freak.
But I don't like putting Kuklo at 10th. I don't think we should do official list.
Well, it's not official. Nothing's official.
I don't want to do mine. Take it away.
AJ, no. Chris, leave it up. Leave it up. Don't be a pussy boy. Come on, AJ. Stop trolling. Come on, be brave.
I don't like putting Kuklo there. No.
Be brave, AJ.
I don't like putting Kuklo there. It's way, and I don't. And Sandoe can
be like Braveheart. Be Braveheart. Come on.
I don't watch those type of things. Although I watched. You got something we can talk about that. Yeah, Chris has a new thing called UK Iron. UK Iron. And I love his 2-body Ash.
And he's got a stickered up car as well.
Ace and Paul Tomo.
His name Ace.
Ace.
Is that a nickname?
X.
A nickname. Oh, that's cool.
Is he half Morocco? Is he half something?
Half something.
Half Spanish, yeah. But I don't know. Oh, listen,
Curry, Dexter.
Ah, man. Okay, so who do you... Okay, so you got Curry.
So, okay then. Okay, AJ.
What? I will ask you-
Curry doesn't win. Something, I don't know. For some reason, Curry doesn't win. Who else could win? And I don't want you to say Dexter. Actually, that sounds really weird. It's too cryptic. Who could pull a surprise?
Chris, I don't like Kuklo in 10th, man.
Well, it's there.
And
I've got him 10th as well.
Kuklo 9th.
Kuklo
and
is probably
and
gonna
Cedric 10th for me. Just change that, and then I'll just have to stick to it. Oh, man, it's going to be sad meeting Kuklo now, man. I don't like this list. I don't think we should do one.
Leave it. No, leave it. It's done. It's done. Dusted. The thing is, we're probably going to be wrong. Let's talk about other categories, AJ. What about 212? Come on, AJ. Stop it. We've got to move. We've got
okay,
time is short.
How long have we gone now?
We've got like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. 212?
212. Derek Lunsford first. Kamal second.
Wait. Let him put it up for you so we can see it. So it's a little bit official.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, classic and yeah.
Yeah. First, I think Lunsford's going to take this. I think he's just LUNS.
Oh, I don't like Kuklo in 9th.
Well, that's done. We forgot.
I take it back.
212. Come on. Well,
Okay.
We'll be happy if you make top
give
5.
your
Second,
first.
I think Kamal will do it. Third, I think Shaun Clarida.
You stop there, do 3, and then you do 2s. I have Lunsford first.
Yeah.
I had Arman Ashkena. Oh,
You think Ahmad's going to jump back up to second?
he's gonna bring the freak factor.
I think he's lacking too much detail, AJ.
Ahmad Ashkenani in second, and Kamal in third.
I think Eduardo will beat him.
No.
I think.
Ahmad Ashkenani
Ahmad, just put Ahmad. Or Ash.
and Kamal in third.
Kamal. Oh. Yeah. I want fourth. I think I've got a funny feeling Eduardo might do it, purely on his conditioning. Or Ahmad. Or Eduardo. Yep. So shit. Yeah, that's fine. No, hang on. Fifth. Ahmad.
What? That low?
Yeah. Well, he was fourth last year. I don't
Yeah,
think
but
I had him fifth.
And Jose is gone, and Flex is gone,
No. Well.
and he's regained his
Clarida's
momentum.
put on 10 pounds. Lunsford's just going to be incredible.
Fourth will be Eduardo Kamal.
No one different.
I mean,
what about any new names? Any new 212s? Lloyd Dollars?
No. Clarida?
Zane Watson?
No.
Hidetada?
No. Clarida in fourth.
Clarida's moving up.
And number 5 will be
Come on.
something gonna happen. He will deliver it. It will be Hide Yamagishi.
No.
Yes.
Do you think?
He will give you epic posing thing. Iris Kyle will prep him like he's never been prepped before. This will be his last year. It's going to be lights out. Hide Yamagishi.
Okay, that's good. I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, he's. I saw him 2016. I had him. 2016, I had him top 5. But time's ticking. I'd like to see that because Hide's great condition, great posing, and he's so consistent. He's very consistent, very hard worker.
Classic top 4.
Classic. Breon first.
Breon. Oh, you got that's like that quick. No.
Second, George Peterson. Yeah, Peterson. Third, Bumstead. And fourth, Keown or Khalid. Keown. Keone. Fifth, I like Khalid, the guy who got 4th or 5th at the Arnold Classic. It was fantastic. I put him in my column, actually, my MD column. Really good. Is he now coming here? Oh, Steve Lorius.
He's not doing it.
5th, Steve. Oh, is he not doing it?
No.
Okay. 5th. Hang on, I thought I put something in my column here.
I hope Wesley Wizards do an epic comeback by the Winter Classic and start making some riots.
He's going to make... Just give him time.
Then freak people up.
Give him time.
Huge. That's what we want to see. We don't need to know.
The dramatic turn of De La Rosa there in my MD Global Muscle Buzz column. Little shameless plug there. 5th, yeah, Khalid. I'm rooting.
Signed by Phil Heath, by the way.
Wow.
You got to remember to keep that one at home, man.
Yeah. What does it say there?
Giles,
Giles.
troll expert.
Yeah, leave me alone.
No, what is it?
Never contact me again.
Stop stalking me.
Stop stalking me.
You have Khalid in 5th?
Yeah. I like this guy.
I think I'll change my mind. Okay, George Peterson.
Okay, yeah, that could happen. I disagree what Dennis James said about, though, if your height and weight is classic, you're classic, blah, blah, blah. I disagree with that.
Second, Brion. He will never be under a second. That's impossible.
Yeah, he's consistent. Good posing, amazing condition.
Third, I'm going for Henry Pierano.
Oh, bollocks. Oh, no, sorry. Can I... Oh.
Fourth, I'm going for Bumstead.
I can't believe I left Henry out. So sorry.
And the reason I have Bumstead, because there's a little bit going on leading up. There's some injuries going on. All this going on. And
he'll always be up there, though, because he's very good. I mean, he did it last year.
Is Keon doing this?
I believe so.
Yeah, Keon in fifth.
Did you see the improvements he made from the Arnold Classic to the New York Pro? I mean, that guy transformed his physique. Transformed.
So that's our, and last will be...
Figure.
No, go figure and bikini.
Okay, yeah. Figure, I've got... Jessica?
We got to go quick to the last classes.
Yeah. Jessica Reyes Padilla in first. Just Jessica, yeah. Sydney Gillen, my other favourite in figure. She's absolutely amazing. She's won the Olympia 2 years running now in the figure. Sydney, CYD.
Do top three,
Sydney, yeah. Third. What's the Chris Minns lady? She's fantastic. Boyana? Or Ivana. No, sorry. She's very good. I think she'll be top 5. Ivana Ivusic. Yeah, it's with an I, but don't matter.
I have to be very boring. I'm going exactly the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I really think Jessica's going to take
but
it.
But there is a rumour that Latoya Watts is coming back.
No, it's not a rumour. She's coming back. But Ivana, have you seen her leading up? It's the back and the...
Latoya's won the Olympia, though.
Yeah, but she's been gone for a couple of years, huh?
She might come back better.
And she's a lot older now.
What, 2 years older?
Yeah, but she wasn't young in the beginning, huh?
Latoya's fantastic.
I know, but
Latoya,
is really
when you were up there and you had Latoya, Sydney Gillen, and you had Candice Keane, who's now retired, that was such the clear top 3.
So you're taking away...
But Jessica's really moved up now. And
are you taking away Ivana then? Or
we're going out partying with Jessica on Saturday night. So.
Are you keeping Ivana or no? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You're keeping it?
Yeah. Keep it there. I think
so we're boring there. Female physique? That's an interesting class.
Shanique first. Second, I think the Coelho. And third, I really like it. Sorry,
Natalia.
Coelho, Coelho. And then third, I think our Shaker, who we had on yesterday, I think she's fantastic. Yeah, and it was that Thai girl, what was her name last year? She was fantastic, got third. No, that was a Thai girl last year, got third.
It's only top 3.
I know, but yeah, Shaker, because I'd really like to see her get a fair shake, because that video last night blew me away.
First one,
come on, AJ.
I really want to see Natalia, but it will be Shanique.
Yeah.
You can say, I really want to Shanique. Mm-hmm. Other one will be Coelho.
Yep.
And the third one will be Danny
Costello.
Castillo.
Yeah. I've not actually seen her on stage yet, so I'm not too familiar with her physique. But there are so many good physique girls.
Like that.
Okay, well we've
bikini and men's physique, and we wrap color of the. We gotta have it's official. We gotta have.
Okay.
Bikini, all classes.
Bikini, I think. Lorelie Chapados first. What? Lorelie Chapados. Put chap.
You laughed because you didn't know how to spell it, not because it was Larry. Okay, good. We don't. You can't have.
Just put Lorelie. Yeah, Chapados. That's perfect. Yeah, spelled right. Second, Angelica. And third, Pellegrino. What do you think?
Don't look at me.
No, come on. Who do you think?
I know my list.
Who was the other one we had on? Really good. I feel like I've missed somebody out. Really vital. Pellegrino, I think, because I think she's won the New York Pro, and I think she's going to do really well. Oh, that Norwegian girl. She's very good. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. Pellegrino, fine. Yeah. Come on, AJ.
I'm going for Chapados, number 1.
Yeah, I think she's going to win. She looks good. She's hungry.
Number 2, I'm going for Maureen Blancao.
Yes, that's the Norwegian girl. Yeah, she's fantastic.
And number 3, I'm going for Ashley Cotwasser.
Oh, Ashley, yeah.
I think there's a completely change in the...
Yeah.
Well...
Ashley's very good.
And our last is men's physique. That's going to be harder.
Oh.
And fitness, we gotta. We don't know all the girls in fitness though.
Okay.
Just give me who's going to win fitness.
Missy, but Whitney Jones, Missy, and who else? What's the other one?
No, do the men's physique first. Okay. Whatever he has up there. 2 classes and we finished. Okay, men's physique. Go men's physique. You go first.
Brandon Hendrickson. Brandon. He won last year. It's very good. What's that kid called? The black guy.
Oh, that guy, yeah. His 80% of IBB Pro League is black. What are you talking about?
The black guy in the shorts. What's his name? The one who's always arguing. No. What's his name? Oh.
That's the guy from Jamaica. The guy. Come on now.
I don't know.
No, stop it. This is official.
Kaiki.
No, wait.
No, I'm going to have to bail out of this one.
The black guy is always arguing. Is that what you said? That's how you come. Yeah.
That's the one I would describe him. Yeah.
That is the guy, the friend who's been on Goon Show a couple of times. On his name is. He's a little bit controversial. What's his name?
I don't know. Dave?
No, stop it.
Oh, no, I can't remember his name.
So you just write aggressive guy?
Yeah, aggressive black guy.
Oh, don't write black.
No, I don't.
Aggressive.
I can't. Oh, what's his name? It's there.
Now, come on, we gotta get
I can't
this
remember his name, AJ. You're really pushing me on a
laughing at us now.
I don't like this.
No, but come on.
No, I just don't know. I don't have the knowledge on this class. I don't. I'm sorry. I just don't have the knowledge. I'm so sorry. I don't. Okay, Kaiki. Kaiki.
That's number 3 or
2 and 3.
Okay, mine is first is it's Ryan Terry.
Oh, bollocks. Other men's physique guy we had who's been like second in the Olympia, won the Arnold Classic.
Second will be.
Can I put Ryan Terry in second, please? Sorry to do this.
Second, I got Raymond Edmonds, the tall guy.
Oh, he's huge, that guy.
I know. I want some freaks up there with a beautiful in first and a freak.
Okay. But we got to wrap this up.
And third one is not going to really impress you. Because I remember the guy you're talking about. And his
Come on.
name
Spit it out.
is...
Oh, you don't remember.
I have no idea,
Baba Ding Dong.
I don't know.
Ramalama Ding Dong.
And number 3, Kaiki. Because we represent the people in Brazil.
Really messed that one up. We need... we'll be in the front row covering the... I promise to take more attention. Pay more attention to the men's physique this year. I did watch it last year. I was doing Instagram Live for MD. But
Logan Franklin. No, he's classic now.
He's classic, yeah. Come on, AJ. You'll be saying bloody Buendia next.
I would love Buendia to do comeback.
He looked good. He was 4th last year.
I would really love...
The pec tear, though. Come on, AJ.
I would really love to see Jeremy Buendia do a comeback in men's physique and give everybody a beat down.
Well, when he was at his best, he's really good. Really good. He's
really
he
good.
was like, you can see that guy was why he was the winner. So, okay, AJ, we've got to go because we've got a guest right after the break.
And if somebody entered the class out of nowhere, who would win?
Oh, Phil. Shaun Roden. Oh, why can't Shaun Roden do this? I think it's so tight.
Okay, we got a lot of people. Let's go. MD, and we out.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Yes.
What time is it now? 10 to?
Well, it's 4:00.
Oh, wow. We got to go.
Yeah, we got to go. Okay, then we'll be right back after the break with our next guest on MD Global Muscle
I'm
Radio.
sorry, Steve Kuklo. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, okay. And we're out. And welcome back to MD Global Muscle Radio here at the Pump Meter Studios with me, your host, Giles Thomas, joined by my co-host, AJ, all the way from Norway. And we're joined by...
Shaun Clarida.
Yeah, 212. Yeah. 212. Shaun, how are you, mate?
I'm good, man. It's 16 days out. I feel like shit, but that's a good thing. And actually, I'm ready.
Actually, it's 9 days out. By the time this episode goes out, it'll be we'll actually be so just work with us, Shaun. Work with us, mate. Yeah. So no, I'm glad I got you on because I mean when with my old show Muscle News Weekly, you were probably on my list of top 5 athletes that were the easiest to work with in terms of getting updates and just a pleasure to work with. And obviously I've interviewed you several times at the Olympia and. So I wanted to get you on this big episode the week before the Olympia.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. So,
how do you feel for this I watched you over the years. First of all, amazed. I always get motivated when I see your training footage because of your. Obviously, some people are worried about your strength. It's inspiring. You get really inspired by watching it. But
Thank you.
this year for the 212, it's wide open. How does this make one? Are you going in to win this Olympia, or are you going into just to place top 3? What's your for this? Because this is a different Olympia in the 212 with no current champion involved.
This year, I'm my absolute most motivated ever. I'm coming to win the title, period. You know, in years past, with Flex being there, you just can't beat Flex. You got to knock him out. And many of us have failed. But now that he stepped down, in my eyes, there's not another Flex Lewis. And any man in that lineup could be beat. And I plan on beating everybody this year.
Excellent.
So that means Derek Lunsford, you're planning on to beat him?
Absolutely.
Shaun, if you watch our last episode 34, it was Dennis James, and I forget who the other one was. Was it? I forget the other
Bob
guest.
Chiccarello,
Was it Bob Chick, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, and Dennis James, that when we asked for their predictions, you were in their top 3.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I got to look at that one. I didn't see that. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Definitely do.
Yeah, so I mean, your thing is you've been. I mean, I know I constantly follow your social media, and you're always letting everyone know how it's just been a constant progression. I mean, remember the year you got, was it 16th? And you just literally, it's like kind of like William Bonac, where every single year you've gone up and up and up and up. Last year, because you remember we were outside the Olympia and you checked your placing and you went, oh man, I got 8th or something.
Yeah.
And then I found out afterwards you actually got 7th, didn't you?
Yeah, I had 7th last year, just shy of the top 5, obviously.
Yeah.
But again, I think this is the year that's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen.
Do you want to tell us your placings, just for the sake of the viewers?
Yeah, so my first year in Olympia was 2015. I didn't place at all.
Mm-hmm.
Came back the next year, I was 13th. Then I was 9th. Obviously, last year I was 7th. And this year, we're planning on being in that mix.
Yeah.
But you always train with super intensity. Well, at least what I've seen.
Yeah.
But you told us now you're more hungry than ever. In what way have you then changed? Because you always, well, to us, seem hungry and go all in the gym. What difference have you done in this prep? If you're going to win it, you say this prep. What's changed? Because you're always bringing your A game in your training, in your mindset. What's changed in this prep then?
This year's Olympia is much different than my past Olympia because I've had the full year to prepare for just this one show. Every year in the past, I've done 2 or 3 shows. Yeah. This year, I actually I got an early qualification last year after Olympia and just focused on this Olympia. And the progression that we need to make was in my back and my chest. So obviously I have 2 great coaches, both Matt Jansen and John Meadows. John runs all of my training programs. Matt handles all of my nutrition programs. And this year we've put on, right now, I would say we'll be no less than 10 pounds bigger this year on stage.
This is what Dennis James... This is what Dennis James said. And I said, well, because you are you've got a small frame, but you've got those kind of freaky muscle bellies. I mean, I remember when Lee Labrada put 4 pounds of muscle on, he was like 5'4", similar size frame, and 4 pounds completely transformed his physique. So if you're going to be a legit 10 pounds heavier on stage, that's going to... AJ's freaky.
But with the same condition, are you sure about this?
Oh, don't worry about the condition. We don't miss the comes to conditioning, man. We'll be ready.
10 pounds. So how much will you be on stage around?
Late 170s.
So last year we were 160 on stage. This year we'll be no less than 171, 172.
So you're definitely going to be making under the 212 limit then. You're just gonna squeeze. You're gonna squeeze in.
We don't want to limit your progress, but how much do you think you can put on without it starting to look to be a how much do you think you can fit on your frame?
I put a number on it. I'd say on stage 185, 190, and I think I'd be in a good spot.
What? I mean, I remember when you did when you won Dallas. Was it Dallas last year? And you Dobry, your guy Dobry Delev, and I mean these guys were literally like squeezing into the 212, and and you can see from the photos it was a clear win. It was a clear win. You know, it was a guy at 160 beating guys 50 pounds heavier.
I think it's the fact that I don't have to stress to making a weight.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are suffering right now and doing extra cardio, cutting their food down. Where I'm just eating and just focus on getting on shape right now. Like I said, I make the weight in the off season, so there's no stress of having to make that cutoff weight come showtime.
Because I mean that is a big. I mean, like Derek Lunsford last year looked amazing, kind of 3-4 weeks out, and then he obviously crashed down to try and make it. And for me, he kind of lost a lot of fullness. But and we see that time and time again. I mean, like Flex Lewis did something quite amazing last year because I didn't think he could ever look like that as a 212, but he did somehow manage it. You don't have that problem, so it must be so. it's a problem a lot of the 212s have. They have to squeeze down and lose fullness, and they have to try and manipulate water and constantly monitoring their weight. I mean, guys that are kind of legit ready at like 220, 225, you know, they're never going to look as impressive, are they?
Exactly. I mean, it's I get it. The body you can't drop all that weight and lose that fullness and try to get it back before you get on stage. It's almost impossible to do that.
I mean, the guys that used to sort of like weigh in days before really cut down, and then they would try and like eat like hell to try and fill out. Remember, like Kevin English? Yeah. They reckon he'd be like 220 by the time, or 210 or 215 by the time he was actually on stage. But Shaun doesn't have that problem.
What techniques do you do to improve your chest and your back? Can you tell us a little bit about it? Because
absolutely. It came down to the training. Me and John put together a great training program this year where we were training chest twice a week this past year.
Wow, okay.
And chest and back twice a week. So we'll have that one day where it's simply just basic heavy compound movements, anywhere between 6 and 8 reps. And then we'll come back 3 or 4 days later and switch the program where we'll do more cables, more machines, but switch to reps anywhere from 10 to 12 reps. And obviously at faster speed. So frequency is the biggest thing for us, just training it twice a week. And my body can recover because, again, on the flip side, I have the recovery from the food and the rest to really be able to train twice a week at full capacity.
I mean, like saying last year you won, it was Legion, wasn't it? Legion Sports Festival.
Yes, sir.
What was that, October, November, was it?
That was actually end of September last year.
Right, it was just after the Olympia, so you got a really nice early qualification in. I mean, it's been a good year for you this year. I mean, you've obviously had a good off-season. You've picked up a sponsorship with a good friend of mine, Michael Hansen from Gasp. Do you want to tell us about that quickly?
Oh. Yeah, no, I've been a Gasp fan for years, and everyone knows probably number one when it comes to, apparel, training apparel. And he and I talked, I think it was around maybe after November, after I did the Japan show.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and he brought me down to Texas. We did some training footage out there, and then he made it official and brought me on the team.
Was that Destination, yeah?
Yes, sir.
And I know, because I know Michael very well, and I know that he's very, very, very selective when he chooses his athletes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just your physique, it's because like he'll pay attention to the way that, because I like, you're one of the few bodybuilders I actually really enjoy your social media.
Thank you.
No, I do, because
You're dissing all the other guys now.
Basically, yeah. Well, no, I'd say 3/4. Like, oh, God. Yeah. But I like Shaun's social media. I think it's really, he gives a lot of content.
It's informative. It's not just pictures of some guy with
and he's really training. He's not posing or he's not trying to try and impress. This is how he trains. And I think it's good. And you're very consistent with it.
That's what I try to do. I try to put a video each day. I mean, I'll put a picture here and there, but for the most time, I get a lot of messages from guys saying, thank you for putting up training footage, because they're getting ideas and tips and how they should be training on their own to make the progression that they're looking to make. So I try to keep that updated as much as I can. Yeah.
Yours and Charles Griffin's I like.
Do you train people? Are you a personal trainer on the side and things like this? Or do you have a job beside, or are you a full-time bodybuilder?
I was doing online coaching for a little bit, but once you start prepping, I kind of stopped doing that and just kind of just focus on myself. Yeah. But when I'm in the off season, I definitely do take on clients for online training.
Yeah. So how long's this prep been for then?
We started this prep at 19 weeks out.
19 weeks out. Wow. So have you been getting? Did you come down or did you go up? If you see what I mean? Because that's a long prep.
Yeah, we started the prep at 190. That was the heaviest I've ever been, 190 off season. It's crazy to say that, right? And then at 15 weeks, we were at 180, and literally we're still floating anywhere now between 178, 180 still at this point in my prep.
Okay.
So we just this week we hit the new low of 176 today.
Yeah.
And Matt's happy with that because now we know that the conditioning is starting to really dig in and come in like we want it to be.
So when was that guest posing pictures I saw? I saw some fairly recently.
Yeah, I was at 6 weeks out. I did the MPC Knox Classic. I guest posed out there. I was around 180 at that point still.
Yeah, you look tremendous in that video. I mean, I was just like, whoa, this guy's put some serious muscle tissue on.
10 pounds in a year, man.
10 pounds on a frame like that. That's great. That's equivalent of like Steve Kuklo putting on 25 pounds. And I mean legit 25 pounds because he's very conditioned, very separated. He's got good quality. You kind of, you remind me like Flex Wheeler, like 93, the kind of the muscle bellies where you kind of walk out and last year at the Olympia, like I know you and I know a lot of the 212 guys, my eyes were drawn to you when you came out in the lineup because of your shape and because of the full round muscle bellies. And it's that kind of, It's that kind of look that, you know, a lot of the guys who are 40 pounds heavier wish they had. You know?
That was consensus talking to judges last year. I mean, I had the shape, I had the structure, the conditioning's always there. It's just I needed more size to keep up with these guys in that top 3, top 5. So this year with getting an early qualification, that was the goal. Like, let's get an early qualification and just pack on as much clean quality size for this year's. And it worked perfect, I think. So,
first call out in the 212 Olympia, who's it going to be?
Myself, I would say Derek Lunsford, Ashkenani, Kamal, and Eduardo.
That seems like a good...
A lot of people are saying Eduardo. They think he's going to jump back up. They think he's going to jump back up. So.
Yeah, he's back, man. I think he's back at almost pretty much at his best. I mean, Eduardo's a guy you can't take lightly. He's been as high as second at the Olympia, and he knows how to win, you know, and I'm sure he's coming to win.
Yeah. So what about the Open Olympia? What do you think is going to happen there?
My top 4 guys, I would have Brandon Curry, no particular order, Brandon Curry, Rolly Winter, Bonac, and Dexter Jackson.
And in what particular order? Come on, it's the Olympia. Come on, we're 9 days out, mate. Come on, let's generate some hype.
I want to sound
like you know.
Back in that top 2 battling out between Brandon, man.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, you broke up there.
I want to see Dexter and Brandon battle for that top 2 spot.
Dexter and Brandon. What about Rolly and Bonac then? Rolly and Bonac? What do you see there?
Yeah, no, absolutely. But you got to realize Dexter's a former Mr. Olympia. He knows how to win. And he's getting better.
Do you think really?
Is he getting better?
He's getting better, I think, and he knows how to. I mean, and mentally he knows how to win. You know, he's been there before. And then obviously Brandon, he's just a freak from out of nowhere. You know, not out of nowhere, but he's always had the potential to do that. But obviously going to Oxygen has definitely helped make that happen. But again, like I love Dexter. He's my favorite bodybuilder of all time, and a good friend of mine now. And I definitely think he'll be in that top 2 mix.
Were you in Tampa?
No, I saw videos and pictures.
Yeah. Okay. So what about any outside names that could potentially do a Ronnie like he did in 97 to 98? Anyone you think there?
Absolutely. Nathan for sure, the Asha, and Luke Sandoe for sure.
So you think they could really take a really top placing?
They're going to battle for that top 5 spot, I believe, for sure.
Who do you think's better, Nathan or Luke?
Don't put me in that position.
Come on.
You got to be careful. Nathan's coming. He can't...
Yeah, he has that freaky muscle bellies. He's got that roundness, but Luke is just full, big, you know, hard. It's going to be a good battle between those two Brits guys. Those 2 Brit guys.
Oh, come on. Come on.
We're excited for this Olympia for you. A lot of people are. Some say this Olympia is down, but we think it's the opportunity. You know, the Olympia is for opportunities.
Yes.
We're excited for this Olympia. We're excited to watch you at this Olympia. I'm more excited now because I heard you got 10 pounds on you because your shape is amazing, but with 10 pounds.
I think 2 pounds is beard, though.
I've been hiding it. I've been hiding it all year. If anyone watches my videos, I wear 3X T-shirts.
Yeah.
Very rarely will you see me take my shirt off. I'm even wearing a hoodie right now because I just want to surprise everyone. I think it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I really think so.
10 pounds, though. I mean,
that's a lot. In 1 year?
Was that? Did you have to eat a lot of extra food to do that this year, or was it purely through just training and progression?
Training and the food. I ate as much as I possibly could. Obviously, I kept my diet clean all year round for the most part.
Good quality.
And again, like getting a lot of rest and a lot of heavy training.
So you've been on it literally since the Legion.
Literally since Flex made that announcement.
Yes.
And the waist is the same, good size. It's
absolutely. I'm still down to my last notch in my Cardillo belt.
Wow.
We'll be ready, guys.
Thing is, he creates that illusion because he's got a small waist, he's got tiny little joints, you know, small frame, and then he's got these huge, freaky, round muscle bellies that have just been built from heavy training, you know? Yeah. And he's been consistently doing that. So that's very exciting.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. I think, I mean, it's nice to see those guys. It's like, well, look, this guy's clearly, because you're one of the guys, I've said this many times on my other show. I said, you know, these are the one guys you know, you can always count on the guys that are always going to improve.
Yeah.
And that's,
yeah. I mean, sometimes, you know, but usually those are the guys that will just consistently, year by year, you know, you didn't place that first year, then you went like, you know, then you moved up 9th and then sat down 7th, and now it's like, and now obviously there's a couple of names not there, and you've really been putting your foot on the gas all year, and it's almost like a safe bet to say he's gonna place a lot higher.
Yeah.
But it's just how much higher he places, you know. So it's creating a lot of excitement. Are you happy that the finals are all on the Friday?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, I like one-day shows because I feel like I'm at my best in the morning as opposed to at night. So having that pre-jetting in the morning is great. And I don't know if you guys know, the weigh-ins are actually Thursday morning instead of Wednesday now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's better for you. Better for you.
For time to really focus on, filling back out. I'm going to be fine regardless. But
Yeah.
Let me an advantage for myself.
That does put you as an advantage over the guys that are
That's
scraping it down.
for some of the other guys.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage because the other guys, when they had 2 or 3 days, they can put 10 pound on or whatever. They have to going to be close. They're going to be close. So if they're flat, they're not going to really fill out that quick.
So you want to put Shaun in your top 2 Olympia predictions later then?
The guys have 24 hours now. The weigh-ins are at 9, 8 o'clock on Thursday. We're on stage by 10 a.m., 11 o'clock the next day.
Wow. Okay, AJ, have you got any final questions for Shaun?
No final questions. Just good luck, Shaun. A lot of people on Muscle Development have been talking about you for a long time. They love the more hardcore trainers like yourself. But it's exciting to see your progress now. And 10 pounds, and some people say 10 pounds, we don't believe them. But we believe you.
We saw the guest posing pictures, and I was like, yeah, he's really super sized.
So we're really excited, and we wish you good luck, and we hope to see you it's going to be exciting to see you on stage on Friday.
Yeah.
Thank you, Giles. Thank you, AJ, for the support over the years. And I'm looking forward to Olympia, and hopefully I see you guys out there as well.
All right, Shaun. Well, I've got your number, so I'll see you at Meet the Olympians on the Thursday night. Like I said, I interviewed last year. Always make a beeline for you. Always see you there.
And where can people follow you, by the way? And any sponsors, anybody you want to thank?
I'm big on Instagram. My name is Shaun Clarida. You can find me there. And as far as support goes, my entire team has my back. Obviously, first and foremost, God, and I can't do it without him. And my girlfriend, who's by my side every single day. I actually train with her every single day.
Wow.
Okay.
Pushing me, since she wants it just as bad as I do.
Yeah.
Good.
My family support has come around as well. In the beginning, they weren't sure what this bodybuilding thing was, and obviously seeing me do better and win shows, they've definitely got behind me. Yeah. And of course, my coaches, Matt Jansen and John Meadows, I can't thank them enough for believing in me, taking me on and supporting me and bringing me to this level. And of course, my sponsors, like you said, Gasp Official, Michael J. Hansen has been amazing. The company I'm accompanying with now, Jack Factory out of Canada, they're a supplement company. Can't thank them enough for their support as well. So,
Good posing routine this year?
Oh, yeah, we got some good music coming.
Okay. Sorry, I'm actually bullying all the competitors because we want to see some good posing this year. Because you're a good poser anyway, but I want to see it from everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Everyone's used to the slow stuff. I'm gonna come out with something hard and heavy this year. And really
Metallica fighting.
Can you give us any clues or?
No. Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
Cool. All right then, Shaun. Well, all the best, mate, and we'll see you very soon in Las Vegas.
All right, guys. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Shaun. Take care, mate. Bye-bye. I like Shaun. Shaun's my man.
10 pounds of muscle in 1 year. That's all I want to hear.
I mean, if he can,
if the waist is the same, it's...
I've seen the guest posing pictures. He looks absolutely... I mean, I was like, whoa. And Dennis James said on... was it episode 34 last episode? This is 35, isn't it? Yeah. Episode 34. Your thing's falling out your pocket. Yes, so I think... and there's people that seriously think this guy could be a real threat.
Of course he can be a real threat.
Do you think he'd beat Ash Kanani or Clarida, or Kamal? Or
there's nothing, I wouldn't say of course to anything, but I mean, of course he can be a threat, and this is wide open.
He's got the thickness, he's got the shape, he doesn't have to cut to make weight, doesn't have to lose fullness. He can come in any weight, and he can come in at his best. Yeah. Come in at his best. So I'm very, very excited to see Shaun Clarida, the giant killer, at the Olympia. So keep an eye out for this guy, and I guarantee he will be in first call out. Okay, we're going to go. We've got lots.
We have so many people that...
We have so many guests in this Olympia special.
Olympia!
So we'll be right back after the break with our next guest on Global Muscle Radio.
And we out.
And welcome back to MD Global Muscle Radio here at the Pump Meter Studios with me, your host, Giles Thomas, joined by my co-host, AJ, all the way from Norway. And we're joined by...
Ivana
Ivusic.
Is it? Clap.
Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to give myself a clap there for getting it right. There you go. Well done, Giles.
Very good, very good.
Fantastic.
Where is that last name from? Just because I used to be a basketball player, and I used to play in Serbia, so it sounds very. Where are you from?
So my mom is Serbian and my dad is Croatian.
Oh,
So
that's,
I know. Scary.
they used to call me Nigrovic down there.
hang on. No.
Seriously, I played there, and they always, hey, Nigrovic. That's was my nickname, because I was down there.
I have to tell my dad.
N-I or N-E.
Nigrovic. That's what they called me.
Said the itch so well.
Yeah.
Is that offensive? Or?
I don't care if it's offensive or not. Like,
Okay. Ivana, now you, for the sake of the viewers, you compete in the figure class.
Yes.
You're doing the Olympia. How many Olympias have you done so far?
This is my 5th Olympia.
Your 5th Olympia. And you've always competed in figure, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us your placings in the Olympia?
Yeah, the best I've placed in Olympia was in 2017. I was 7th, and then that was the same year that I was awarded the Most Improved Female Athlete of the Year at the Victory Gala, which was astonishing. Yeah, but that was the best I've done. I wouldn't say I've struggled, but I've really taken the time to understand my body and do what's right for me as a female competitor, which I think is really important because we all know it's so easy to abuse your body. And that you can only do for so long. So, I'm 28. This is my 5th Olympia, and it's going down.
28. So your first Olympia was at like 23, 24?
Yeah, I was like 22.
So you've done them consecutively, haven't you? You've done the Olympia every single year.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell us about your pro contest history. There's someone in the background there.
We're being watched.
Being watched.
No, somebody's filming us from the backside, but he left the building now. No, he left.
He's just getting some stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, as far as my placings, I've won 5 pro shows. I've never gone to Olympia with points.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So with my recent biggest win was definitely the Chicago Pro. That was an astonishing class of 40-some women. And I just had a rough start to the beginning of my season. And I just knew, I'm like, okay, you've got to make this decision for yourself. Are you going to step it up, or are you going to just keep riding that top 5, top 7?
Yeah.
And so eventually, I made that decision. I'm like, okay, I'm going to invest all my time into this. And my body has changed so much in the last 6 weeks. It's incredible.
That's what I also want to say, because on muscle development, we follow, usually it's mostly bodybuilding guys. But a lot of people the last 6-7 months have started mentioning your name more and more and more. Then we heard you were working with Matt Jansen. Your husband is also, where does he compete? Wilkins?
Well, he went pro and classic. Then we moved to Colorado, and he's put on about 55 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that muscle or?
I saw also how he looks, and that people that usually just follow bodybuilding are following you now, and that you won that Chicago Pro with so many good girls, because we watched the show online. The Wings of Strength is just killing it.
They're
huge
show.
All the So that's why we want you on right now before the Olympia, because we can feel something in the air with you. Do you feel it for this Olympia? What's going on for you with this Olympia? What mindset do you have?
I have the goosebumps everywhere. Guys, it's game on. My heart is full ready. I mean, this morning Matt was like, you need to slow down. But I just have it all in me right now. The energy, the motivation, the drive. And I think, of course, it all comes back to the people that support me. And the messages I've been getting recently have just been, just pouring out in support. And people are like, of course, you got your fans that say ridiculous things. But definitely, I feel it. Like, this is my time. And there's no way in hell I'm not going to be top 5 at the Olympia.
There's you and one.
I am.
Yeah. For the last few years, I've seen the top 3 at the Olympia. I've seen it basically that's the top 3, and then there's everybody else. It was Sydney Gillen, Latoya Watts, and Candice Keene. And there's you and one other. I think you and Jessica are the 2 that I honestly think are going to be able to crack and beat those girls potentially. That's the 2. I mean, we just did our Olympia predictions, and we both had you a lot higher than 5th. So that's all we'll say. You have to watch the episode.
Yeah, like you guys say, yeah. And now it's like, okay,
Pressure's
I
on.
will tell you, Phil Heath is a good friend of mine. He
Yeah.
was telling me to give you shit yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. Come on, Phil. Come on.
Give us some shit, yeah.
Gills, don't call him by his right name.
Yeah.
Oh, Gills.
Hello, Gills.
Gills.
Dennis Wolf said it best. Gills. But yeah.
I've been called worse.
And Phil Heath's gonna be in this episode with you also, by the way.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been wonderful. And, we always, like last night, we just have a chat pretty much every day now. And, he's a great champion. He's a great leader for all of us. And just for him to be noticing the changes in the work, he's like, Ivana, this is your year. And for Phil to say something like that means a lot to me. And I just think that the relationship we've developed has really helped me also the last 6-7 weeks of just grinding. He's just like, go, keep going, girl. Like, you're so close. And I think it's so important, especially as someone like him, to have him in the background. And
you train in the same gym, of course. And do you train with him sometimes, or?
We train our mouths together.
So that's how you know each other, because you train in the same gym and you develop a friendship. Okay, that's cool.
Yes, and then Cherie and I share the same birthday. We've become really close friends. But he's been a great motivator. Absolutely.
She has the successful surgery, by the way, last night, 2 days ago. So that's good.
She's already doing so much better. Yep.
Have you got any more shows planned after the Olympia? Any post Olympias or anything beyond the Olympia?
I told Matt, I'm like, Matt, we're doing so well right now. It'd be great to go maybe right into the Romania Fest Pro. And,
cool.
And he is just like, no.
Oh, really?
Why?
Arnold Classic.
Win the Arnold.
Yeah. I told you.
Okay.
Yeah. I can see that.
So my body, it's like I only dieted for 8 weeks for my first show of the year. And then, when you're eating the same thing every day and you're in a balance and it's finding a good coach that can structure you, know your body, but you hurt your metabolism. So we had we did a little rebound, see how it'd be after Chicago. And we're about to find out, but we honestly think I've put about 4 pounds of muscle tissue.
Wow. So
how much body has changed. It's incredible.
This might seem like an obvious question, but who do you see as your main competition, who you really are gunning for?
Just give us 3 names.
No sitting on the fence, please.
I'm gunning for Sid. I'm gunning for Jessica. It's Jessica knows I'm coming for her. She knows.
Okay.
And that's what I'm gunning for. And then Nadia, which she
Nadia
was
Watts.
top.
Nadia Watts. Yeah.
Nadia Wyatt. I've beat her at every pro show we've competed at together.
Every pro show.
Now,
Wow.
Ivana, sorry, is LaToya coming back this year? LaToya Watts.
She is.
She is coming back.
Yes, she is.
What's your thoughts on that?
That was another question someone asked me the other day, and I think, I don't, just my own opinion, the way I saw how her off season was for the last year and a half, 2 years. With age and stuff, I'm really curious to see how her body's going to be, if it's going to be tight enough, if she's going to be able to hold that same look. Because, us younger girls, we're going to bring it. So she's going to have to work a lot harder than us.
I think she's been absorbing some of Phil's positivity.
I have been, because
you have been. No, I can see it. You're in that good environment.
I'm very closed off the last 5 years of my life, and I think not that I didn't believe in myself, because I know I have the potential and the genetics to be Miss Olympia. I know that.
Good.
But I think I've always I've never spoken out. I've never been like, oh, it's going down, I'm going to go after this girl. I've never said these things. But right now, that since I don't even think about the girls anymore and I just solely think about myself, it's allowed me to say these things and just be like, yep, it's going down. It is.
Ivana,
and I said, Chicago, someone asked me in Chicago, what do you predict yourself? And I said, first, you have to.
I love it.
I used to never believe in myself. I used to just be like, well, I hope to at least be top 5, top 10. Why come with an attitude like that when all of these girls are coming with the attitude of winning?
Jessica's very much that kind of mindset that you're in. She's very Sydney. I speak to Sydney, but she's a little bit. She's just quiet. She kind of gets on with it. She just doesn't really say much. But
So also, what do you do on this side? I saw you had your personal training business with your husband or something like that. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. We own Team Conquer Culture, and we officially have clients all over the world right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I
And
saw that. Yeah.
he has a show coming up, and I think he's got like 15 clients in one show, which is really big for one show. He has been doing really, really, really well. So, but it's been going great. We love it. We've just gotten a few endorsements, a few big sponsorships as well, and that's been a blessing. And for us to be able to do these things together is just we live a completely different lifestyle than many people, and we love it. Yeah, I spend 95% of my time at the gym with my husband.
Fantastic. Yes. Ivana, how tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
5'4", so you're not. Yeah, I mean, Sydney, she's shorter, isn't she? Sydney.
We're the same. We're the same height, but in heels I'm about 5'7".
Okay, because I'll be honest, I've always seen women's physique as more of a class for shorter ladies, and I've always seen figure as a class for kind of taller ladies, like
with longer legs. And...
Yeah, because I feel like the shorter girls, the more muscular, that kind of have good condition, like you do in figure. I think they're more suited towards figure. But I suppose in heels, 5'7", that's pretty much, that's not short.
No, it's not short. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm walking around at 5'4", but in heels, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
The heels that make you and break you.
I mean, I'm 6'4" in heels.
Yeah.
It's true.
I bet you should. Can we get your Olympia top 5 open prediction? This is the Olympia episode.
Yeah,
what's your Olympia?
I'm such a guru too when it comes to men's bodybuilding.
Yeah, really? This is what we want to hear. I was supposed to say I don't even know who they are.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
To my husband, I'm like, okay, if you're not ready, we have to be there an hour early. I have to be mentally prepared for everything. Like that, I can't wait.
Good.
So as far as prediction, I'm predicting Brayden Curry to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, if we look at everything, if we go into obviously,
you and everyone else.
I spend too much time with Phil. But if you look to everything, the physique, not just the physique, but also who's going to represent our sport.
Yes.
Who's stayed quiet, who's stayed out of the bullshit.
Yeah.
I would say it's Brayden Curry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you got to take all that into consideration. Who can speak well for our federation?
Yeah.
We need that right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I have to go with Brayden Curry.
Okay.
And of course I have a few other favorites. Rolly's going to look ridiculous.
So you think Rolly in second?
Oh, man.
Come on.
You want your top 5 in order.
Yep. Come on.
Yes.
Oh, we're going to click you off.
Brayden Curry.
Yeah.
Man.
Come on, Ivana. Come on.
I'd go with Brayden Curry. I'd go second with Rolly.
Okay.
Third is going to be hard for me.
Come on. 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Man, I'm not putting, there's quite a few of them I'm not putting in the top 5.
Okay.
So I'm wondering how they're going to show up with the structure. I'm looking for the waist.
Okay.
Okay, so top 3
So
will
what does that mean?
She's saying a lot of other things here. So
she's a politician, this one.
So Curry, Rolly, and then we have...
Well, we got William, of course. And
William?
then we got Dexter in that mix. I think with Dexter's astonishing placement here at the Tampa Pro, especially at his age, I think he's going to crack that top 5.
Yes. And who have you got? Who have you got in 5th?
Who you got in 5th?
But Cedric's there.
Cedric.
And if Cedric can show up 100% condition and on point, he's a freak.
Sorry, say that again. I missed that.
Top 5 right there.
You think Cedric in 5th? Okay. That's a pretty. I think that's a pretty good.
Sorry, Dexter back and forth right there. But Dexter, if Cedric shows up like he did at the Arnold one year, he could be Mr. Olympia.
Okay. Anybody else you think has got to? If somebody else messes up and one of the guys or drops out, or who else could really step up into that top 5?
I like Luke's physique, but I feel like Luke has never showed me enough conditioning.
What about how he looked at the Arnold when he got 3rd?
Well, yeah, if he can show up like that, but how he looked in Tampa was.
Okay.
Oh.
Bob Chick or Dennis James said he had Luke winning the judging at the Tampa last episode.
Yeah.
So what do you think to that? You were there, obviously.
You were there. What do you think about Dexter Luke? Was it close or was Dexter far away?
I was not there because I competed at the Chicago. Remember? But man, it's like Luke. Come on, put in just a little bit more effort because he's so darn close. He's on that fine line.
Yeah.
But when we look at the men's what men's open bodybuilding is, he's not quite there.
Okay, Ivana, top 3 212.
Oh God, for 212.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting
I
excited
have to feel biased here. I got a few teammates. Okay, well.
Come on.
Shoot. because I got Shaun Clarida. He's a teammate of mine.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's true.
Yeah. We should get him on the show.
But Derek was just out here. He came and stayed with us for a few days, and
Lunsford,
we
yeah.
get to see each other in person. And I'm gonna have to go with a win for Derek.
Oh, she's choosing over his own teammate there.
So are you saying Shaun Clarida in second or third or fourth or fifth?
I see him in third, probably.
Yeah, that's where we had him. That's where we've got him. Third.
Yeah, I see him in third. Not quite second. He's made huge improvements, but I don't, not quite for second place yet.
So who's second?
Oof. I don't know.
And can we get a female opinion about the female classes? What about female physique and bikini?
Yes, with bikini, I'm really looking for, of course, let's stick to that soft look. But, as far as how everything's gone, I would love to see Laura win.
Laura Lee.
That's
Laura
who
Lee
we have
Chapados.
as first.
Yeah, so we had in our predictions in the intro, yeah. That's who
She
we've
is fantastic. We've really gotten to know each other kind of over the last few months, and she's really got it all.
Yeah.
She just needs someone to make sure her package comes in
Beautiful.
the
Yeah.
right way.
Correct,
She's
yeah.
Beautiful look.
She was way too conditioned for the Arnold. Oh my Lord.
I know she was very,
L'Oreal was
very,
too
very
skinny,
lean.
yeah?
Yeah, I saw her being interviewed. Ron Harris interviewed her, and she's
Yes.
so she can come in a bit fuller. Because well, don't get me started.
And second and third in bikini you have?
So, of course, Angelica's there.
Yep.
Ashley, that's your top three right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
female
that's-
physique?
She knows her stuff. This lady.
Yeah,
this
I
lady.
can-
Yeah, she's clued.
Oh boy. I always used to be like, oh, Shanique Grant can't be beat, da-da-da. But, man, Natalia just keeps getting better.
Really? You think?
Yes.
You think Natalia Coelho could beat Shanique?
Yes.
To be honest, the genetics are huge. Just the way your waist is portioned. No one will beat Shanique's waist, and I know that. But I would say there's a point closer that she could be to the win. But I think Shanique will be first, Natalia second.
What about who's in third? Who's in third?
We got some good foreign girls coming too.
Yeah.
That everyone's forgetting about, and I'm like, let's not forget about those girls.
Yeah. So who have you got in third then? Who would you like to see in third?
And then we got Danny. Is that right?
Castillo.
That's my third. That's my pick for third. Danny Castillo.
For third.
Okay.
And we got. Yeah, that's my top three right there for sure.
Okay. Have you got any final?
I can't leave out Heather Grace. Heather Grace trains out of my gym.
Okay.
She looks. I see her every day. She looks ridiculous. She's been ready for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So now for her is, can you maintain that and not over condition yourself? And we also want to lose it at the end. So
Well, Heather's always around third or fourth, and I did like her look better last year than she's brought in previous years. I thought she had more of a little bit of a hardcore look, but then last year, her and a lady called Michaela Aycock, I thought they brought in a much more feminine package, and I thought they looked a lot better for it. So if they can continue on that route, Heather Grace, then she's probably going to likely be top 5.
funny you say that, but Michaela is now open bodybuilding.
Yes, I know she switched. Yeah, because I suggested it.
And she looked fantastic as
on
well.
on Matt Jensen's Instagram, I said, readable bicep. I said, I think she's more bodybuilding, and she said, I respect your opinion, Giles, but I'm going to stick to women's physique. And the next time she competed, she did bodybuilding, and took 4th. I mean, it looked fantastic. So there you go.
She did. She really did look fantastic. So there's that.
Okay, so
Don't ask me men's physique predictions.
No. Don't ask me. Don't ask me either.
What did she say? What she?
Men's physique. Please. Yeah, Ivana, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one because
Ivana is
it's been hard. It's been a really tough one for me. I'm like, God, I can't decide.
It's because they're all so good.
There's some foreigners coming in, and those guys look fantastic.
Are we rooting for Jeremy Bondia to come back?
No.
She's just smiling.
We need some more. There's not enough drama in men's physique.
Last year after the Olympia, and that was exhausting.
Oh. Well, relax. We're going to be your bodyguard at the Olympia. Don't worry.
I think I need beef. AJ, I need one too. AJ, have you got any final questions for our figure superstar?
No, we're looking forward to see you on stage at the Las Vegas. We love your personality, by the way. Great energy, fun girl, hard worker. We're excited for you. We're excited for the future.
Yeah, we're all going to celebrate all together on Saturday night.
You two are doing a fantastic job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you all suited up backstage. I know you guys will be. AJ, shades on.
Yeah, go on. AJ.
Please put him on. Like, how does he not? Yes.
Yes.
Give us a shot before you go.
Yeah. Oh, a real.
Whoa! Wow, that's big. That's a
Man.
decent arm for figure.
That was great.
Yep.
It's been 3 years since I've trained them.
What?
Oh,
No,
wow.
Really?
that's they all say that, and they hit him every day. But
In the broom cupboard. Ivana, thank you so much, and we're really, really excited to see what you're going to bring to the Olympia. I really think you're going to move up this year. We've predicted much bigger things for you this year than you've had, in previous Olympias. I think you're the one to watch. I really do. So we're very excited to see you.
any sponsors, shout outs before you go? Where can people follow you at?
Absolutely. A big, shout out to Granite Supplements for taking such great care of me. Revive MD. Oh my gosh, I'm very happy. Icon Meals, Liquid Sunrays. You guys, thank you. I've been with Liquid Sunrays for 6 years now. Yes, really have an awesome support system with my sponsors right now, and I'm really grateful for that. Along with CBD Cured Nutrition. And yes, you guys can find me at just Ivana Ivusic on Instagram.
Brilliant.
Pretty simple.
Ivana,
Thank you both so much.
we'll see you on Thursday night at the Meet the Olympians. Me and AJ will come and grab you for an interview, and it'll be great.
And try to harass Phil Heath to go.
He's coming.
Oh gosh, he's coming.
He's
you better
coming.
This is his stomping ground. Ground. Okay, Ivana, we'll see you very, very soon in Las Vegas.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Ivana. Bye-bye.
Great energy. Yeah. Great energy.
what have I done
Great vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Talked about-
Love her. She's been one of my favorites for a while, you know. I really
Talked
like one of my
about
favorites.
also music in my ears, representative as just this. Ivana, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go right to our next guest in this bumper, action-packed Olympia special episode on MD Global Muscle Radio. And we'll be right back after the break.
And we
on
out.
Global Muscle Radio, and we're out. And welcome back to MD Global Muscle Radio here at the Pump Media Studios, joined by my co-host, AJ, all the way from Norway, for this Olympia special. And we're joined by
Angelica,
Nebbia, all the way from New York.
all the way from New York.
Angelica, thank you
Wow.
so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
After Olympia, the best comment I had last Olympia was that you asked for me.
Arnold.
It was actually Arnold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
Hey, AJ, do you know how it feels when you go, "Hi, I'm Giles," and she says, "Where's AJ?"
That happens to me all the time.
That's a true
Well,
story.
because none of us knew if you were a real person for such a long time, right? So, and then I remember, Giles, you went to some show and you came back and you were like, I met AJ.
He's real.
He's real.
He's a real
He's
boy.
real.
He's not
He was
Pinocchio.
real.
So,
Yeah, so then my first time meeting Giles in person, I had to find out where you were. So you were there.
we're happy. We want you on because in this recent leading up to the Olympia, we're really proud to have you helping us getting people from AMI. We're proud to trying to help create hype for the Olympia for you, and we're really happy and thankful for what you and Don Solomon have done for us leading up to Olympia to be borrowing many of your AMI guests. Borrowing.
We always give them back afterwards.
Yeah, we always give him back to try to create more hype and just keep the Olympia legacy going. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having them on. I mean, it's all about the athletes, right? So whatever we can do to promote them is great. And we appreciate you guys putting them on the show.
So we've had Juan Morel, we've had Jay Cutler, we've had Dan Solomon on.
And we got my main man, Steve Kuklo. Don't forget about him.
Oh, of course, Steve Kuklo. Yeah, big one. Yeah.
So tell us about the Olympia. Tell us, is there any news for people? Because we're a week away now when this show will be out.
9 days.
9 days.
You know, the Olympia is stronger than ever. And that's definitely just a message that I want to be sure to get out there to everyone, because there are rumors floating around that like, oh, ticket sales are down, or, this is negative or that's negative. Everything is great. Everything is up. And I just want to make sure that everyone knows that, that the numbers speak for themselves. So, for example, Expo revenue, it's up 11% over what it was last year at this time. Sponsor revenue is up 21%. over what it was last year at this time. The floor seats sold out faster than ever of the VIPs. Those have been gone. We're giving out more prize money this year than ever before. I believe actually in the history of any bodybuilding competition ever. And more money for the women, more money across the board. So everything with the Olympia is very, very strong.
Can you tell us about some of the, obviously with Dan coming on board as well, he's made some changes. Can you tell us about the positive changes that have been made in the last year to make the Olympia better, even better?
There's just a great team effort involved. It's not just one or two people that are responsible for putting the Olympia on. There are a few names that you hear repeatedly that, yes, we might have big roles in the process, but there's a team here. And I think that, we've really come together when you have a few of the key leaders being new, myself, Dan, Tamer, new to the to leading the Olympia. You really have to rely on the people that aren't new and are part of the team and have been doing this for a very long time. And they have been such an important part of this and have really stepped up to the plate and taken on some leadership roles and responsibilities that they didn't have in the past. And I think that's been a huge part of the success, is not going into this with the mindset that it's just a couple of us leading this. It's an entire team leading this together.
Delegation.
Absolutely. Yeah. But people stepping up to the plate. I mean, I took on a huge responsibility here of the Olympia coordinator, and it's a huge job. I love it. It's a very big role to fill. The person in it before me did an incredible job. I admired her before, and I really admire her now after experiencing this for myself. But it's not a one-person job, that is for sure. It's not even a 2 or a 3-person job. It is a team effort.
I don't think people realize how big.
How many people are working with Olympia? How many people are working for a year now? How many people is in the team?
Volunteers as well.
I would say that the core team that's really behind the everyday happenings, there's at least a good 15 or so people that, if we have like a core team that we would have a meeting with, are really heavily involved with the day in and day out goings on. And then the team expands out from there, as we get closer and we're bringing in other people to do very specific jobs. But there's a good crew of us working together.
What's it like working with Dan Solomon then? Now since he's come on board, he's cool, Dan.
Dan's great. What's really cool about Dan, Tamer, I'll say myself, and everyone on this team right now is that we are all willing to do whatever job needs to be done. None of us are too big for any job that needs to be completed, and that includes Dan. I mean, Dan has really come in, rolled up his sleeves, and he's involved himself in every aspect of making sure that this Olympia is successful. So even with things like the poster that's behind me, I mean, he and I worked on that together with a designer. So I mean, he's been involved, down to the detail of really of everything, and I think that's really been important.
It's a great sign, and it tells me that George Peterson is going to come and take the class. See, size matters in Sin City.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So George
I was just thinking, that's not George Peterson. Who is that?
No, but it's the size. It's the Olympia. It's where the big boys play, man.
Do you know what I like about the fact that there's yourself, Tamer, and Dan? I think it's so important, the fact that those core people are bodybuilding fans, because I saw you backstage at the Arnold, and I've seen that the way and I was sat with you at the Arnold at the judging, and it's nice to see you're not like a corporate person. Is that fair to say? You're a fan. You're a real. I mean, you're a pro as well, aren't you? You've turned pro. What was it? 2012.
2011. Yeah.
2011.
Yeah, 2011. I won the figure overall. At now it's called Universe. At the time, it was Team Universe.
Really good.
And but I've been a bodybuilding fan most of my life. I mean, I fell in love with the whole, size and muscles thing probably at like 4 years old.
Cool.
I mean, that was where it all started for me. I saw that show, and that was it. I was all about the Incredible Hulk as a kid. And then my mom joined Bev Francis. At the time, it was Bev Francis World Champion Gym. Of course, now it's Bev Francis Powerhouse. When it opened in '86. And I was 10 years old at the time, and I would go with her after school. And technically, I was too young for a gym membership, right? But Steve Weinberger would he taught me how to lift with little tiny dumbbells, and he would show me pictures of the bodybuilders and teach me who they were, and I fell in love with it then. I'm definitely a fan first.
Who's the most impressive bodybuilder you've ever seen at the Olympia stage, ever, in person, for you?
You know, I'm gonna have to go with Phil. I really am. I have to go that I've seen personally in person at the Olympia.
Yeah.
I would say consistently, because I started going in 2012 and I've been every year since then. So I missed Phil's first win.
Yeah, I wish I'd gone that year.
That was a good one, though.
I went 2010 and then I didn't go again until 16. And 2011 is like 2003 Ronnie. That's the ones I wish I'd gone to, you know, that real breakthrough year, you know?
I know. I wish I was there in 2011 and could have seen every one of his wins. I did see every one of Flex Lewis's wins, so that was awesome. I love that I got to see him win every single one of his titles. Yeah. But I would just have to say, I would have to say Phil, because he is just so consistently amazing every year, you know. And I remember, my parents don't really know too much about the industry. They ask me a lot of questions. They're interested in what I do. And, my dad will see pictures of the guys and say, I wouldn't know how to pick a winner. They all look so amazing. And so I'll show him pictures and I'll say, I bet you when I show you the person, that won, and this was back at the time, I said, I bet you'll get it when you see it. And, sure enough, when I got to Phil, he was like, oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing specific that stands out more than anything else. Everything flows, everything's consistent. I know people hate that word 3D when describing muscles, but he is just 3-dimensional. And I don't know. For me, he was probably the most impressive, but he's also the one that won. 6 of the ones that I went to. So.
Is there any changes we don't know yet? Is Shaun Ray doing the press conference with Bob Chicker instead of Dennis James this year? We heard.
I don't know if that's officially announced yet, but yes, that is what I heard.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was supposed to be a secret, but
Well, it's out in this episode.
Bob Chick told us last episode.
Bob Chick leaked it in last episode. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Well, this won't. Well, you've got time to announce it properly. Oh, sorry. Oh, no.
So were you just testing me to see then?
No, because he announced it. He announced it in the show. Bob said in our show the episode when
Dennis James told us last episode.
No, Bob Chick.
Chick.
Sorry, no. Dennis James.
Dennis James told us.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So, but we didn't know it was. We just asked if we wanted to. We don't even know if it was. We just wanted to know.
Well, at least they've got. It's not like they're gonna have good people running the press conference. Always the press conference. That's the kickoff. So it's always got to be run by the best people. So.
Well, change is good with some things, right? You have to keep it fresh, and sometimes just changing a face, changing a voice. Dan told me himself. He used to do it, and then after a few years, it was like, okay, let's try somebody else. So you have to make some changes here and there to keep things fresh. It's certainly nothing against anyone that was previously doing it.
Before we go, we got to know the most important things. We want to know one thing that's very important, because we heard a lot of rumors, a lot of people, bloggers, a lot of trolling. The most important is the numbers we're up. How many % are we up?
Well, it depends what we're talking about. We're up across the board and everything, but Expo revenue's up 11%, sponsor revenue's up 21%. We sold out the floor seats faster than ever. The prize money is the most it's ever been. There should be an announcement about that coming out very soon. So keep an eye out for that. You'll see the actual number soon.
That's the most important,
because
because we as super bodybuilding fans, we don't like to see the Olympia getting not attacked, but made rumors about.
Yeah, well, that's the internet, isn't it?
Especially when the facts are that everything is up.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So we're excited for this Olympia.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. You'll be there.
Are you both going to be there?
We're both going to be there.
Yeah, damn right.
Yes.
So we're excited to see you.
Yep. Angelica, I want to thank you so much for coming on and giving us this inside scoops on the information on the Olympia. And we look forward to seeing you in Las Vegas in less than 10 days, 9 days, 6 days.
Soon.
Very soon. Okay, Angelica, thank you, and we will see you very soon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Angelica. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yep. Sorry, we had a little bit of a poor connection, but we'll edit that. You're taking headphones.
I was just waiting
You're ready. Okay, we're gonna have to go. Yeah, lovely.
Have you seen Jennifer Lopez back in the day when she was young?
Why?
Looks just like her.
Oh.
Don't you think so?
Yeah. No, I met first time. First time at Angelica was back at the Arnold Classic. Yeah, and yeah.
Olympia, where the size matters.
Good lady, Olympia.
I'm pumped.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll be right back after the break with our next guest on this Olympia special of MD Global Muscle Radio.
Let's go.
We are out. And welcome back to MD Global Muscle Radio here at the Pump Meter Studios. Joined by my co-host, AJ, all the way from Norway. We're joined by the Juggernaut. Come on, say it.
Luke Sandoe. Big Luke Sandoe. That's the way I say it. I say big first. It just sounds cooler.
Well, he is quite big.
Obviously.
Yeah. Luke, it's fantastic to see you again, mate, once again.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
What a year it's been for you, mate. What a year. Third at the Arnold Classic, beating Cedric McMillan, Rowley, Steve Kuclo. You've done 3 shows since then. You've been on prep since November. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel really good. Honestly, I feel absolutely fine. And I think it's just because Chris, he knows my body really well now. So it's nothing. I haven't. But the thing is, it sounds like I've been on prep since like October. But I haven't been like foot down hard the whole way.
Okay.
It's been kind of like waves. So right now I've been kind of coasting for a few weeks and I feel fine.
Okay. So we spoke and you said I've been on prep since November. You competed in March, then you did the Arnold Australia, then the Indy Pro, then did you take was it 4 to 6 weeks off? Did you take time off training or just your diet?
I just didn't do anything.
Oh, really? Completely? Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I had about 2 weeks off the gym.
Yeah.
And then I kind of did the gym for about 3 or 4 weeks, but nothing. I wouldn't even say it was pump training. It was rubbish. It was just to go and do something.
So it was just 4 plate barbell rows instead of 5 plates.
Yeah, it's just light work, light stuff.
What impressed me at Tampa versus Dexter was the lead up, because I know the backstory of how you did the show. It was just like a last minute thing, you just to get points, and like
it was like one of those things. It was all year. I didn't intend on doing another show, but I thought just in case I want to be ready, just in case I need to jump into Tampa, which is again going back to why I didn't do the London show, because that made no sense with the time I had. So Tampa was one of those ones where I was like, I could do that. And I said to Chris, he was like, "Yep, okay, let's make sure we're up." So we're ready for that. But he said, "But we still have to prioritize the Olympia." That's goal.
So you had was it 18 points you were up to? 16?
Before Tampa?
Before Tampa, yeah. Sorry.
I think it was. It was either 16 or 18. I can't remember.
Yeah, but you were it was worth you doing Tampa then.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it was worth it just from what I learned from it. Like watching the videos back, I'm like, that looks shit. Like I took loads of posing advice from loads of people, and I think every bit of advice I didn't like what I was seeing.
Oh really? In what way? Your transitions or the actual?
No, just the mandatories. It was just like my front double was usually like my best shot by far, and I was like, it just doesn't look right. My rear double was shocking. I couldn't even do it.
Oh really? Why?
It was just because you know how like it seems to be that in the modern way everyone like fucking bends over backwards. Yeah. I can't do it. Okay. I just can't do it. So I just thought I'm going to do it how it feels comfortable, and it looks 10 times better. So,
but he's established in the way it was like Ian Valerie looked good, and Mustafa what's it called?
Yeah, he's a freak.
Hassan Mustafa.
He impressed me a lot. By the way,
he brought the waist in. I was very impressed.
But it's the way now. It was a Luke and Dexter show going in the media.
Yeah,
and it came out to be a Dexter and Luke show.
That's so weird because and
that's big. That's a big deal, Luke.
I know, and I mean, when I'm backstage, I'm just like fucking around backstage, like having fun. You know, this is brilliant. It's good to be here. And then they're like, "Luke, you can't go anywhere. We need it." And I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like they're doing a call out of you and Dexter. And I was like, so So yeah, it was just that was very strange and surreal.
I mean, that was like a Dexter that was kind of like even better than he was last year, and this is.
He was so good, wasn't he?
Yeah, legs are better. How?
Yeah, he because he's definitely not a human being. I would assume he's either undead, a vampire, or an alien. So
all three.
Whichever is the least offensive. So that's
Did he have any words for you? Did you have any?
Yeah, he was really. Afterwards, he was like, "You're the future of the blah blah blah. You're going to do extremely well. Make sure you keep your head on straight and carry on doing what you're doing." He said, "Just be yourself. That's all you can do that, and you'll succeed."
Yeah.
So he was very, and he was very. He said, "I've got, regardless of that," he said, "Just everything I have is there." And he said, he believes I can take it all the way if I keep doing what I'm doing," kind of thing. So it was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how many people he said that to, but
AJ, in I don't know, the last episode's kind of just not long gone out. Who was it? I think was it Dennis James that said he had, or was it Bob that had Luke leading the prejudging?
All I know is that Sergio Olivia said 8 months ago that Luke will be the next Mr. Olympia.
Do you remember my reaction to that?
You remember your reaction? You fell off the chair and started laughing and started dissing Luke. You know,
no disrespect to Luke, but really.
So, but as because we really follow the sport, and I don't think I've seen such a progression in the streets, as we say, around the world of a bodybuilder since Dallas McCarter.
Yeah.
In you.
Yeah.
well, that's obviously because Redcon One are very good at marketing, then, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe that's.
No. I mean, the thing is,
great job, Aaron.
Yeah,
you got to give him the hat.
Thing is, though, it's like you can't get third at a good, really good Arnold like that, and make, and it's not. You can. It'll never be a fluke. You can fluke, Luke. It'll never. It just can't happen. It's like, and you know, beating guys like Cedric, who was good. He wasn't an off Cedric.
No, he wasn't.
You know, it was like you're beating like Kuklo, and it's like these are big. These are big scalps, mate. Big scalps.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always had some kind of inner belief. I never said it because I didn't want to sound very cocky and arrogant. But I've always had this belief I could take it pretty far. You know, if everything, because the physique I had in my head, like the vision I thought I could get to, I'm kind of getting quite close to seeing that come about. So I think, you know, it's going to sound like bullshit. You know, people, you know, like Kai Green, the whole thoughts become things.
Speak it into existence.
It's true. It really, when you truly believe in yourself and you don't quit, and you really have, like, you have to just see it. You can't fake it.
Yeah.
Cannot fake it. So when I did the Arnold, I was like, this is mine. I'm gonna get top 3. And I told you I'd be top 6.
Well, I told you top 6, and I was like, well, good on you, mate.
Yeah, you were just like, I'm like, okay. And then I
was like, you can see, I was like, watch the video, and I'm like, yeah, good. It's good that you're here, mate. It's good that you're here.
Australia, like my mindset went all, like, it wasn't the same. Sorry, after Ghana, when I was looking at Australia and India, it wasn't the same.
Why?
Like,
Why?
I don't know.
Were you just still in shock and still kind of like?
At the time, there was an awful lot going on in my personal life, which I'm not going to say it's a distraction, but it does.
Well, it is. It is.
And I just couldn't see it as clearly. So I knew something wasn't right going into those. But when I went into Tampa, because I was like, I'm doing the Olympia, so I'm doing it. Yeah, so I need to make sure I place. I could just see it. Like it's weird. It's like, and I think you have to be able to really visualize things. It's like if you're an artist and you have to see the finished product before you even start it. You need to see what you want to get to, and then you have to figure out how to get there as you go.
Well, I mean, obviously we did the Pro Tour with Phil Heath, and we had a look at you at Muscleworks Orpington. He spoke very highly of you afterwards. He said he mentioned about your mindset. You see, like I kind of have seen the potential in you, but I never, with what my experience, I thought it's like you kind of 3 years you did in 1 year. Like what I thought you would achieve in 3 years, you did it in 1 year. So it's been like kind of one of the biggest highlights of this year, really. Just seeing that, like, whoa! It's like I love being proved wrong with stuff like that. When he's like, "You're going top 6," and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, mate." Yeah. You know, or like 7th, 8th, big names, and then the fact you got third, and it was such a solid third. I was just like, it was crazy.
So this Olympia,
yes.
Luke, forget about the past. We are a week away. TV time.
9 days.
What's gonna happen?
For me or the Olympia
For
itself?
you, Luke.
Yep.
Top 5.
Top 5. Top 5.
I think so. I mean, having spoken to Chris and knowing what we want that final look to be, I think it's going to be. It will be better than the Arnold for sure.
Are you going to bring something better than the Arnold?
Yes.
You are?
Yes, because in Tampa, I was actually sharper than I was in the Arnold.
Oh, really?
Sharper
Yeah,
you were?
Yeah, I was, but because I was really flat.
You were flat.
I didn't have that push, you know?
I
see as much. So when I was posing, you couldn't see as much because I was a bit flatter.
Okay, the condition was there. The chest and arms, I felt like weren't popping like they were at the Arnold.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But do you know what I saw? I saw something different going on in your legs. Your quads. There's some more development around some of the heads and the bottom half of your leg. I was like, whoa, Christ, he's made some serious improvements to your legs there.
So the legs are just bigger, and so I have 2 stages of flatness. I have you look soft, and then I look soft, and then I look flat. Right. And I was actually legitimately flat this time because we were trying to go for it. I've got to go up against Dexter. I'm going to have more muscle than him. So I kept pushing Chris. I was like, I need to be crisp. I need to be fucking So I lost something on the way. So which just shows me that I need to stop. I need to stop listening to everyone. Like everyone's just like, just get grainy. Just get grainy. I don't look as good. I'm trying every time to get as peeled and as big as possible. And I think when I chase the as big as possible part, I look shit. If I chase the being as shredded as possible part, I'll look shit. And I'm kind of somewhere more in the middle-ish for me to look my absolute best. And I think it's a balance for me.
I would love to see you even bring something as good as the Arnold Classic, to be honest. Because I think that's top 6 material. If you can bring something better than that, Luke, then the bets are on, mate.
I just think I'll tell you what's going to be better. I think the condition will be as good, if not slightly better, just because I have more detail in certain, like my legs are just, for some reason, all this detail is coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
And they're bigger. So you'll see I'll have bigger legs and more detailed legs. And I think my chest is a lot fuller than it ever has been. So you're going to see some improvements to my physique, more so than I'm just going to be more peeled or fuller. I think you're going to actually see some improvements you can only get in the gym. Yeah. So.
AJ, have you got any final questions? Because we need to go to our next guest.
There's no final questions. There's just that it's...
Had to get you on, mate.
No, but it's exciting. It's exciting to be part of your journey. It's also, with this Luke Nathan thing that we thought was going to be really big, the hype, I haven't seen none of it. And the thing is, I just think it's cool that we have 2 British bodybuilders. I don't, you know what I mean? There's a lot of hype for it. I don't mean that there's no hype. I mean there's no that duel that we thought. It's nice that's gone, that it's more like 2 British guys are going to the Olympia, represent the UK.
Yeah, and when it's all said and done, Nathan and I are going to go out for a beer afterwards.
Yeah. So, I think that's the good, but we're looking...
Brings out the best in you.
And we're really looking forward to see you, Luke.
First call out.
And it's going to be an after party with your... we have an after party later, aren't we? Is there something going down, or what's going on?
Absolutely no idea. You tell me. I'm going to follow you. You seem to know.
Ben Chow and I've talked a little bit.
Okay, I think he'll be in House of Pancakes stuffing his face.
I got to shoot with MD on Sunday morning, so I have to.
So no,
fantastic.
So
no, I'll probably eat. I'll have something.
A rice cake.
That's true.
And then on Sunday night, I'll eat in the Monday morning. I'll have something for breakfast. And
vodka and Diet Coke for you Saturday night.
Yeah, that's gonna be my dinner.
Luke, sorry to do this because we had to squeeze you into this episode because I really wanted to get you on right before the Olympia, mate. So really looking forward to see you in Vegas, mate, and all the best with the last bit of your prep, mate.
Thanks, man. I'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, Luke. Bye-bye, mate.
And you're looking huge, by the way.
It's all the fucking food, man. I texted Chris earlier, and I was like, Chris, am I lean enough? And he just stop worrying. And I was like, yeah, but I said, I'm not saying that I'm not. I just don't know what I'm looking at anymore.
Yeah.
Because I see it, and he was like, and his reply was, I'm going to send you your diet for today and for tomorrow. And it was like 300 grams more carbs.
Excellent.
Like, Chris, what are you doing? I was 270 on Sunday morning.
270?
Whoa. I'm so sorry. I'll be the bad guy. Thank you, Luke.
Bye-bye. Wait, baby.
And and welcome back to MD Global Muscle Radio here at the Pump Me Studios, joined by my co-host, AJ, all the way from Norway, and we're joined by
Helle Trevino,
female bodybuilder. Yes!
Fantastic. Finally. First of all, Tampa Pro.
Yes, fantastic.
Wow. Were you happy with your package, Helle?
Super happy. You know, I mean, you already know it. I can already see it from the smiles on your face. Like, that was good. That was a really, really good package. And I'll say that was probably the best package to date. I mean, I've had great conditioning before, but just the combination of the shape and the size and the symmetry, the hair and the makeup, the conditioning, everything just kind of like played out to be just complete, you know. I was really happy, very happy.
Would you say that's your best conditioning to date ever? Up there?
I think I've had some really good conditionings before, but it's some years ago that I would say, in 2017, I really think I had a really great conditioning when I won the Rising Phoenix World Championship, but I was a lot smaller.
Okay.
I added a lot of size, and last year I just wasn't able to refine that new size that I had built. But this year was like I got the new size refined and shaped and chiseled, and so I mean I don't think it's been necessarily the best conditioning per se, but it was just the package. It was like everything. Because I always come in. Last year I would say was a flop, but I always come in great conditioning. So that's never really been my problem. Last year it was just a lot of things that didn't really play out the way it should have, but I am on the road to redemption. So
so what's the plan now for the
that's Rising Phoenix in about 9 days or something?
It's interesting to see. First of all, before we talk a little bit what's going on now, tell us a little bit more your background, because this is we usually feature open bodybuilder men, but now we started with all categories and female bodybuilding. We put him back. We had Margie on, and we have had Monique Jones on, and so we want to know your Irene Anderson too.
Yeah.
We want to know your backstory a little bit for people at home. Who is Helle Trevino?
Well, I'm originally from Denmark, Scandinavia, and I've been living in Venice, California now for 8 years. I took the chance, coaches. I want to be close to the competitions. I was tired of the 16-hour flights and the water retention, and you get pretty screwed up, So I was like, I want to be there where it happens. I want to have the best trainers and the best coaches at hand. I want to be at Gold's Gym Venice. Of course, I've trained with Charles Glass. I trained with
All the legend,
right now, I'm training with Brad Rowe. We actually have a back session.
Is that on his new machine? Is that on his new machine? His new machine.
Have you used that new machine?
Yeah, the new fit machine with the stim. So it's like electrical stimulation impulses, pads you get on, put on the muscle group that you're training. Yeah. And then he just hammers you with electricity while you're actually training and contracting. And it's crazy. It feels really, really crazy.
Giles is looking a little bit...
I just wondered how that worked. What's the principle behind that? I don't understand. To get more.
Well, it's like if you have the electrical stimulation, like a lot of people use it for recovery and massage and stuff, but you can actually also you can train with it. Okay. So the philosophy behind it is that if you have an electric impulse, say you have it on your bicep, once you come to that contraction, it's like if you have a machine that's contracting and you're contracting, it's like a crazy contraction, but it's actually not just in the contraction that the machine is on. It's on all the time. So when you're resting, it's on some kind of like recovery mode, and then when you're pulling, it's like it gets much harder to pull because you have to pull through a muscle that's getting contracted. I mean, the machine is made for it, so there's different phases.
Yeah.
So the recovery and the pulling and the contraction, it's all different impulses.
So what's the pump like?
Huh?
What's the pump like when you use it? Is it more intense pump?
Yeah, you get really great pumps and you really feel your muscles a lot. I think it's really good for like stubborn muscle groups, like like how some muscles are like you just feel it. Like I have it with my legs. Like I can do like one set of leg extensions and they're pumped, and I just feel it. And then there's other muscles where you're like, I don't really feel. You kind of have to search for that mind-muscle connection. So I feel like it really just it fires up the muscle fibers, even like the fibers that you maybe have a hard time. I use it a lot on my back because it can be hard to say, when you pull or say, oh, I just want to use the top like teres major. I don't want to pull with the lat. It's always going to be the strongest muscle pulling.
Yeah.
Because it's strongest. It's got to take over. And if you train for years and years, the body is used to, it's programmed to use the strongest muscle. So if I want some muscles to develop more and have a hard time to catch, the machine is like phenomenal because you just feel it like, it's like their feeling is intensified like times 100.
So this in Phoenix, what's the plan? What's the
goal?
Who's your main? Who are you looking at to be your main competition for this show?
Of course, Margie Martin. She's won it twice already, and she has a really nice shape to her. I think I have a good shot this year, though. It's looking really, really, really good. People said in Tampa, if you just come with this look, no one's going to beat you.
The judges said that, or the fans?
Everybody.
Cool. Okay. Won't ask them more.
Judges, but just the photographers, the fans, people I talked to. It was a really good look, and I'll say I'm 5, 6, 7% better than that now.
Okay.
Whoa.
So, I've been able to improve that look even.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for this Rising Phoenix. And also, I changed coaches. I started working with Shelby Starnes in the spring.
Oh, Shelby, working Shelby.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
great. He's great.
I said to him, because I had the little flop last year, I said, I want to do a warm-up show. Like, some people might be wondering like why I did the Tampa, because I was already qualified for the Rising Phoenix, but it was simply to, when you start working with someone new, it's like last year I felt like, I put all the chips on the roulette on red, and said, okay, I'm gonna put everything on Rising Phoenix, and we're gonna rock it, and this wasn't a good idea with a new coach, and he didn't know my body, and there was some miscalculations. So I wasn't willing to take that chance again. So I said, first off the bat, I want like a test run. We're going to do the Tampa because, it's different in a competition situation, I'm almost like everybody can get in shape, if they're willing to put the work in. But it can be hard to figure out your body because everybody is different and everybody want to know the secret and what did you do the last days, and you can't take somebody's like last few days. You can't take somebody's carb up or somebody's like my body is very unique in certain ways, and we've done things very unconventional, which really works. And I'll let it, like, that's like our secret, like what we're doing the days, but it's unique for my body. Someone else, it might not really work that well. But we found a way where, we can fill me out, but I'm still dry. I'm still chiseled. I don't spill over. I don't get flat. And it's all really like water manipulation, salt manipulation, carb manipulation. And you can manipulate everything. You have to kind of pick and choose and say, either, it works with me to take the salt out. Some flatten out if they take the salt out. Yeah. Some need a lot of carbs, so they're going to be flat, and some need a little carb and they will spill over. So, you got to figure it out. And it was great. We figured it out for Tampa, and I really love Shelby because the way we figured it out was to talk, like he's very like, what's worked for you in the past? We did some different refeeds, see how my body reacts, which day after the refeed am I better? So it's all about really knowing the body, and we figured out a great recipe for what works, and we're going to do exactly the same.
Helle, did it click instantly into place working with Shelby? Because he's got such a good reputation, Shelby. Like, because some coaches, it takes a while to kind of learn, like you said, learn to get to the body. But Shelby, it's by the sounds of it, it worked fast with him, like straight away.
Right. I just think he's very on. Like he's hands on. Like anything you want to be good at, you gotta focus. And it doesn't matter if you're an athlete or you're a radio host or you're a carpenter, you are a coach, you gotta be focused and you gotta be able to listen. And he listens, he asks questions. If I write him an email, I'll get an answer like right away. Good. I won't even say 10 minutes, Oh,
wow.
I'm just saying,
he's like that, and he was also, I've worked with coaches that they don't do phone calls, they don't do texts. He will call once in a while. It also says when you sign up with him that he's not responsible for your updates. You got to be on point with your stuff. But believe me, if there's no update, you'll hear from him. Yeah. He will Instagram me. He will email me. He will be like, "Hey, where's that update?" Like, "Oh shit, was it today?" He's on.
Let's talk about the obviously now that they're trying to bring. I think they feel like they're trying to bring female bodybuilding back to the Olympia with the Wings of Strength sponsorship and everything like that. How do you feel about, obviously that all you ladies will be at the Olympia, on stage? Maybe not competing, but how do you feel about that? Do you feel like they're stepping in the right direction now?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. So awesome because obviously, I think we should be at every show. Like the sport started out with male and female bodybuilding, and it's a solid and old category. And I think, just my personal opinion, what happened, like, let's take it back to, I think it was 2014 or something was the last Olympia, and then they took it out of Arnold and Olympia. Women's bodybuilding category, they had introduced a lot of new categories, bikini, and also women's physique, men's physique. A lot of things were happening. But if you look at men's physique, bikini, it's more mainstream. It's more like, you can train a couple of years and you can like be 18, 20 years old. So I just think that it's great that we'll be back at all the shows again. I think we belong there. I think that it's gonna be even better because than what it was before, because the whole promotional carousel is spinning. And what happened back, when they took it out in 14, 15 was just like, nobody really promoted female bodybuilding. The whole trend was like going in a mainstream direction. They wanted more like to promote bikini and, and it's great to have the broadness, but you also want the really great athletes to draw their audience. It's like, it's great to have some competitions you can look at and you'll be like, oh wow, I can do that. Maybe I can do that in a year. And you can get into the sport easily, quickly with 20 years old. But it's like, people, why do they want to watch the monster trucks? What do they want to watch drag racing or, something crazy, like, why are people just mesmerized about climbing a mountain and you freeze your hands and toes off and it's like the wildest accomplishment? Because, people want to see something extreme. They want to see something that you really like. This is years, it's just disrespect and admiration. I mean, that's what I feel when I meet people. Like, I go jogging at Venice Beach and people stop me and they're like, wow, like, that's a lot of years. Like, they're like, really like, oh my God, that's so much work. You can look at the body and they'll be like, how long have you must have been training like your whole life. And I'm like, yes, I have,
And that's the reason also we wanted you on and more on, is because when I went to the Wings of Strength Romania show and I saw some of you girls for the first time in person, Giles, you've seen some of them.
Yeah, fantastic, amazing.
It's about how much time it takes to look like that. Compared to, and also with men's physique and bikini, if you noticed, it's popular, but bodybuilding fans don't go and watch those shows. Right. There's no, when we put on the Global Muscle show or RX show, whatever show, there's very few men's physique and bikini girls because the audience don't watch it. So even though we have tons of bikini girls, athletes, men's physique, and it's good, as she said, everybody can do it. It gives a mainstream look. Yeah. But for hardcore bodybuilding fans, this is not something that we get super hyped about, if you know what I mean. It's good, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get female bodybuilding back into the spotlight, and it's so beautiful to see that girls like you, Monique and Margie and Irene. It's girls past 29 that are looking really, really, really good. They're looking better and better and better and better. And this, I predict, it will come back as long as you girls look as awesome as you do. Because the way you showed up at Tampa, when we saw you hitting the shots and the picture, and I
like the front double bicep, the angle.
Front double on the side, Helle. That's fantastic. The best bodybuilding picture we've seen almost in 2019, Helle.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm honored.
The hair and the makeup.
I like the black hair, the straight black hair.
But the overall tan, the abs, the definition. People just need to see that more. So I don't think they're complaining about other division. You're not complaining. We're not complaining that much. I think the main focus is just you girls do what you are doing right now because people are noticing it, and it's our job to promote it. Yeah, and hopefully things like Generation Iron and Nick and all these mainstream things, they will jump on the bandwagon. Maximum Muscle does also a good job with that. They also promote the female bodybuilding. But I think a couple of years, we're on the right path.
Yeah.
Right before we go, what are we gonna see in 9 days from you?
Oh,
Something awesome. Something awesome.
What will we see?
I'm excited. You will see the package that you saw in Tampa, but more shredded.
Oh, wow.
Like-
More shredded.
More shredded.
Jesus.
I'll be more shredded. I'll be leaner. I'll have more striations. I'll have more definitions. I've also worked with Kenny Wallach
Oh,
on
yeah.
my
posing coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Posing, yeah.
to just refine everything and posing is a big part of it. Also, how you present the package. So I'll be able to present the package even better.
Yeah.
And be
Good.
more shredded. The look is gonna be the same. The roundness, the fullness, the crispness, just leaner and more refined.
Okay, Helle. Well, thank you.
And one also I will say that I think
Okay.
is we're talking about who to look out for. I mean, there's more girls than Margie.
Of course.
I also think Nikki, I've been following Nikki Chatran's Instagram.
Yeah.
She looks very, very shredded. I mean, she's going to come in a very, very good conditioning. So,
Fantastic. I'll check her out. Check her out. Yeah.
see, but I'm very confident that if everything goes right,
Yeah.
that I will have the most complete package in terms of symmetry, size, shape, conditioning, and also femininity. Like you also talked about, AJ. I think it's really important how you present yourself. And I actually think the other categories has helped women's bodybuilding also, both in terms of when you get the broadness in, you get more numbers down the line, because bikini are going to be training, it's going to be figure, it's going to be physique, it's going to be body. So both the number, but also how we look at each other, like girls, I know guys do too, but we look at each other and, hey, I look at the bikini girls and I'll be like, oh, look at her makeup. Oh, look at her hair.
Yeah, Josh does that all the time. All the guys, he says, looking at makeup. And yeah.
Of course I do.
I definitely think that we all influence each other, the categories. And I think female bodybuilding, back in the day when I started, it was like the girls hardly wore makeup. I mean, it was all about the body. It was just like you had the body, you would put your hair in a doodle and you'll go on stage because all was in the mind was the body, Today, it's like, I think about the whole package. Like, this is the day I've been training for.
Yeah.
Like, not all year, but I've been training for 26 years.
Wow.
For that competition to win it. And I want to look my best. And that's with hair, with the makeup, with the eyelashes, with my skin. I do a lot of just skin rejuvenation and facials and make sure that I take my omegas and everything for having really nice skin.
Yeah.
And I think everything matters.
You learned some tricks from Mike O'Hearn training in that gym, huh?
Hey, we look at each other and we get tricks where we can get some tricks. So
where can people find? What's your Instagram handle? And do you have any sponsors or anyone you want to give shout outs to?
My Instagram handle is Helle Trevino. Same on Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel, Helle Trevino. And I definitely want to give a shout out to my little boutique. They're doing my eyelashes every show and actually all year round.
Yes.
And also flawless hair for my glam. I use a lot of just stim things. I have a Power Dot, which is the stim again, but for more like massage and recuperation. I want to give a shout out to Theragun that I use a lot also. It's like, the jackhammer.
Yeah.
So it's really important also with the body work when you are an athlete and you pound your body that much, you got to get your massages, you got to have your tools. Also, SendFit is a tool that I use for my clients, a fitness computer tool for meal planning and stuff. And then also, a shout out to my coach. He's done an amazing job. He's always there 24/7. It's definitely, I used to work with Chris Aceto and I really loved him. And he actually gave me props in an interview after the Tampa. I was really, really impressed with that. He said he thought that was my best look to date. And, he didn't have to say that. And I was just really honored that he commented on that and gave me props. And I was really sad not to work with Chris anymore. So I feel like now Shelby is my new Chris.
Cool. Okay.
You just see me with Shelby for years to come. I think I said when I hired him, I said, I have been following his Instagram for a while and a couple of years. And I said, I'm going to hire you because I think you're a hard ass, and I need that. So, and his diets aren't easy. He is a hard ass. He will put you through it, but it works.
Okay, so, Helle.
I want to thank you also for the fans for following me and following the sport of female bodybuilding for really. I've gotten so much support. Also, this has actually been a really tough year for me because my mom passed away in June.
Sorry to hear that.
It was just a month before the Tampa, 6 weeks, and I actually threw the prep and just said, I'm done for the season. We were very close, and it was really, really difficult for me. But my fans really helped me through it. I was super honest on cam. I do stories daily on Instagram, and I was like, I told everybody, this is what it is. I am devastated. I'm done. I don't know how I can go on. And I got hundreds of DMs like every day.
Wow, that's good.
And I still get DMs where people say, oh, this is for your mom, and I pulled myself together and I got back on the prep and I said to Shelby, look, I'm back. I want to do this for my mom because she's always been my biggest supporter. She was back in Denmark, but she's been traveling with me to the Olympia, to Australia, the World Championships, to Dubai, everywhere, Germany, and she never let me quit. You always have, we all have those doubts sometimes, you doubt yourself. Am I really good enough? And am I on the right path? And will this ever be anything? And sometimes, when I've lost shows and stuff, and I'll be saying to my mom, listen, I don't know. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to be one of them bad pros that are always finishing last, And she'd be like, you started this, you got to finish this. You are the best. And you're just, I don't want to hear nothing about that. You're going to continue, and that's what you're going to do. And every time she would never, if there was anything, she was always every time I was doing a show, she said, you're going to win it. And that's I can't say that. I mean, there's a lot of great athletes. She said, no, you're going to win it because you're the best. And, that kind of mom, it wouldn't be honoring her to say, I'm going to quit the season. I'm going to be done competing. I'm not. Now also with the Olympia, we actually going to have a big splash after the Rising Phoenix on it's going to be September 14th at 2:00 on the stage. We're going to have something called Champions and Legends, where they're inviting all the winners through all the years of the Olympia and Rising Phoenix, all the winners for like an honoring. I think they're going to show some video on stage. We're going to get some kind of, I don't know, plaque or medal or, you know. We're going to have a guest posing. We haven't notified who's going to guest post yet. Okay. I think that will be notified after the Rising Phoenix.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And we're going to have a huge booth. So it's all going to be like an introduction back of the category. So we're kind of going to introduce it back and have the festivities this year. Because, of course, we need like a year for the qualification. So next year it's going to be back in. So, you know, so many things are going to happen. And I was like, you know, if I'm going to miss out on all that, you know, and just sit here and cry and eat takeout for the next 4 months, you know, then when I'm going to see the other girls compete at the Rising Phoenix and they're going to be at the Olympia guest posing and being part of like the introduction, what am I going to do? You know, I'm going to sit home and I'm going to cry again. I'd be like, I missed out, you know, and I just knew that it wasn't good for anyone. So, so I've overcome some things, and I'm just saying this because, you know, there is no perfect prep. I hear people all the time, oh, they want to have the perfect circumstances. They want to have everything set up. And it's, of course, it's also good. I mean, it's not great to be in the middle of a divorce and having studies and having 5 jobs and, you know, but you got to be prepared for life. And I think that's what the hardest part is for athletes is like, you know, you're in the zone, you're training, you're doing your thing, and then life shit happens. You know, breakups, you lose your job, you know, your family member dies, or you got to be able to handle it, you know, and that's hard because how can you pull the best out of yourself? Like that's when you do when you're a pro. That's why you're a pro, because you go down there and you do your best every day in the gym. You have the best workout. You eat your food on time. You do everything is so structured, and you put your soul into it. And then at the same time you're grieving or you're mentally not your best. I mean, this is a big mental game. I mean, it's more mental than it's physical. I mean, everybody can train, but staying on track. I mean, I've been dieting since February, you know, and just staying on track every meal and every cardio and every training, day out and day in. That's mentally challenging. You know, everybody can do it for maybe a week, but months and months on end. You know,
Helle, yes, yeah. I think that's everything, yeah.
Since February, yeah?
February, yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, incredible.
Well, I had a guest posing in Iraq, that's why. And then I wanted to compete at the Norfolk in June, but then my mom passed, so that kind of didn't really happen. So I had a lot of things during the year. I had the FIBO. I like to be in shape, you know? So it's like I don't really like to show up for a guest posing or something and not look. I feel like, you know, we represent, you know, even if I go to the grocery store, I represent my sport because everybody can look at me and say, oh, she's a bodybuilder, you know. If you're a cyclist, you don't represent necessarily. Yeah. Maybe if you have your whole outfit on, you know, but nobody knows that's a cyclist or a runner. You know, if you're a bodybuilder, you always represent, no matter where you are. People will look at you and say you're a bodybuilder, and I'm always very aware of, you know, giving a good impression to the public because that's part of, you know, popularizing the sport and making more people think it's cool and to get into it. You know, I mean, I want to really like get rid of a lot of those stigmas about like. You know, I hate when I meet people and they're like, oh, you know, so you can really fuck me up, huh? You can really, like, give me a good beating and stuff. I'm like, that's not what it's about. You know, I'm an artist. I build a sculpture. I'm not a violent person. I don't think I hit anyone. So it's like I just really want to be approachable and get into conversations with people and kind of let them know that we're really nice, cool people that are hardworking athletes. You know, we just have a different, you know, what can you say? A different flavor or a little. I always say there's more types of beauty, you know, and the body can be beautiful in many sizes and shapes and looks, and this is just it's an acquired taste, and I love when people they have respect for that.
Yeah. Helle, I want to thank you so much for coming on. Wish you all the best. I think we both wish you all the best for the Rising Phoenix.
And we're going to see you at the Olympia because we're going to be there because you'll be guest posing there, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to be there at the Rising Phoenix?
No.
I won't be there. It's a big flight for us from Europe.
I live in Norway. He lives in UK, so we're coming for the Olympia.
It's a long way to come, but we'll be there for the Olympia anyway.
Okay.
So
we'll be watching at least the 9th. What day is it? The 7th of. What's the date of the Rising again?
7th of September. Yeah.
7th of September. Okay, Helle, we wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much.
And want to see you up in that winner's circle.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on. And I will see you in Las Vegas.
See you in Las Vegas.
Thank you, Helle.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And welcome back to MD Global Muscle Radio here at the Pump Meter Studios, joined by my co-host, AJ, all the way from Norway. And we're joined by...
Brandon Curry.
Oh, there's a name with
Arnold Classic champion.
And the...
Most people's favorite to win the 2019 Mr. Olympia. I'm being very biased right now.
And the new...
and the new...
Brandon, how are you, mate?
I'm doing great, guys. Doing awesome.
Yeah. How's it doing? How you doing out in the Kuwait? What's the weather like? How's the training going?
You know, it's supposed to be cooling off here because it's getting humid outside.
Yeah.
So batter says once it starts getting humid, then it starts to get cool. So
yeah,
it's supposed to be getting cooler. So this is the better time, I guess, getting toward the better time of the season.
Yeah.
But training's going good. I mean, besides, you know, being a little bit tired going into training sessions like normal, it's going good. I'm able to get in there, get it done, get out, rest, and recover. So everything's going good. Still strong. Mm-hmm. Everything's still feeling good. Body's looking just tighter and tighter. So I can't
look at it.
How much are you weighing right now?
Oh, Shaun.
I see. Right now, that's a good question. I don't know right now.
Yeah.
Okay, this morning or so, I was like, I think 255 this morning.
Yeah.
So
55.
Yeah. This morning. So
what did you weigh?
Right now, I'm probably a little heavier right now. So I've been several meals since, and so.
What did you weigh at the Arnold, mate?
I weighed 242, I believe.
242. Whoa! I think that's some serious.
How much will be on stage then?
It's hard.
That's hard to tell. Yeah.
It's hard to tell. Depends on the body because people are always surprised. Say, how much water you drop? I say like maybe 3 or 4 pounds. They're like, what? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, like 3 or 4 pounds once you fill up.
Yeah.
And get the carbs in and then pour water. It's like it's not drastic. Some people talking about like 7-10 pounds. I'm like, no, it's not that drastic for me. But we're just going to try to bring this package in the way we know we can win it. My coach is excited.
Brandon, can I ask you a question, mate? Ask you a question. Are you feeling the love from the fans? Because what is it? I'll ask AJ now, Brandon. 70-80% of the fans tipping. What do you think? What's your reservation?
I would say 65%. 65 to 70.
2/3.
It's over 50%.
Okay. How does that feel, Brandon?
Hey, I'm loving the fans. Like I'm loving the fans so much. They stay in my inbox. They stay motivating me. So I appreciate you guys a lot. But I just sometimes I look for the opposite opinion just for to change it up. So I like to hear the people that's that's not talking me up, that's picking other people. Every time I hear that, it's like, oh,
there are some
somebody
people
else.
Is that more of a motivator when someone says, "Oh, I've got Dexter, William, Rowley winning"? Does that motivate you more?
I don't even know if it's a motivation or not. It's just interesting to hear different perspective from somebody, different opinion, and it's like, okay, and see their reasoning why, and I'm thinking, and then of course my reasoning, I'm thinking, okay, I can understand maybe where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna try to change everybody's mind.
Yeah, but a lot of fans are also getting more pumped because this time you released a lot of content on your YouTube channel, and that's a big difference this year.
Good.
Like, there's a lot of videos, there's a lot of pictures of him with clothes off, not just.
How do you mean?
Oh, you see his full physique on Instagram. People are releasing just upper body or a leg shot or.
Yeah, he's not shy.
And your YouTube channel is a lot of constantly updates. Is this?
Yeah. I mean, we started it for the Arnold prep out here. I got a guy who's kind of a natural with a camera out here named Andy Crawford from Australia. Okay. He's actually an IFBB pro. So we're in the gym. I give him the camera a lot of times when he's training with us, and he's able to get some good content, get some good angles. And then I just had Adam Silver of StrengthNet, who films for the NPC magazine. He films for MD, I think, sometimes. And he films 4K. Very, very, very high quality. So he came out here from Dubai because he's actually, he films for Larry.
Yeah.
Larry Wheels, which we did a video together.
Oh, yeah,
hang on. I'm going to get something quickly. Hang on.
How strong is Larry Wheels, by the way? Who's strong? Is you or him?
Well, he's definitely strong. He's definitely stronger than me when it comes to what we define as strength
in deadlifts and.
But yeah. But when it comes to the bodybuilding training, he's not necessarily conditioned for what we do. So I understand. And plus he had an injury recently. I understand if he's not optimally doing what I do. My game.
Brandon, I had a message this morning from someone called Baidi Farrell, BAIDIFARL, and he says, Giles, have you seen the Curry video by StrengthNet? Adam Silver looks crazy in that Super HD 4K, and he sent me the link there. Look, so he was absolutely going crazy. He said, I couldn't believe. I'm going to chat. He sent me the link there, so I'm going to check it out when we go home tonight. So I'm excited to see that.
Adam is a real professional at what he does. I've known he's actually the one that kind of brought me over to the NPC.
Oh wow!
As my manager, I was a model back in the day.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we remember the modeling days.
Yeah, he took me out of natural organizations and brought me to the NPC and kind of led me through the ranks as far as what shows he recommended. And before I know it, I was pro. So, he helped me with my first BSN contract, Flex Magazine and stuff. So I've been knowing Adam for a while, but he's gotten into this video thing real serious over the years. And like I said, he does some really dope stuff. Really dope stuff.
Excellent.
From a model to Mr. Olympia. That could be a good documentary.
So Brandon, when do you fly out to Vegas, mate?
Well, I'm gonna leave the Saturday morning before,
okay.
So we'll get in about Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Go to the grocery store, set up shop. I would tell you where we're staying, but I don't think that's a wise thing. But we're staying off the strip, for most of the time.
Yeah.
So we got kitchens and everything, and everything's laid out. Batter's got us set up nice, and then we'll start moving over, a little bit closer, back and forth when the show starts. So
I know you're so immersed in your prep, and I know it's all encompassing, but right now, are you feeling calm, excitement, nervous, confident, happy? How are you feeling right now? Are you just too busy going through the motions?
And I'm cool, calm, and collected, man. I love it. I'm good. I'm good right now, man. I'm real good. I'm in a really good space.
Yeah.
This is my default, so I'm comfortable here. And long as I feel I'm here, I know everything's gonna be all good. So
yeah. So good to hear. So good to hear.
Just to get one thing on record, what improvements do you know you have made?
Yes.
For
do I know
that? What do you know that we will see at the Olympia stage? Where?
Well, when I listen to the critics of why they think I can't win, I know a lot of them, particular guys I respect anyway, said from the back, the hamstrings and stuff, the lower body and the glutes and stuff from the back. But I think that improved drastically. I was actually shocked the first time I seen a video of me turning around, and I was like, what the world? But I did some things, in the off season to kind of switch some things up. Instead of doing stiff leg stuff, I actually went to a lot of straight leg stuff. Okay. Like actual full on straight leg, Ronnie Coleman style stuff. So we did that. I think that kind of helped. And then, just making sure you're feeling the contractions across all the heads of the hamstring, inner, outer, depending on what exercise you choose. So I kind of focused on that. I just didn't know how dramatic it would look, and differently anyway. But then it's just, you come up to the legs in general, and, of course, everybody's talked about that. I think that's a drastic improvement. I think my overhead abdominal and thigh will be much different than people have seen it. I'm gonna hit 2 forms of the front double bicep.
Oh wow!
One to show, the waist and how wide I am, dominant shot. Then the other one to show the aesthetics. Yeah. So I'm gonna give it to them any way they like it. The most musculars look different because I'm just thicker all the way around. Mm-hmm. The front lat spread is gonna be just as strong, of course. The back lat spread, we were working on really getting this back lat spread where we want it.
And I'm doing something sneaky.
And the back double bicep is definitely improved. So, I mean, I think it's an overall improvement in general. You can pick and choose what you think is better.
Okay. I've just done
just one thing.
No,
before you film,
I'm not filming.
Giles,
what?
When you look, you remember when you were like 15 and you saw a really hot girl and you just stare? You just stare and stare at her. I'm just looking at Brandon, man. You're looking so
epic.
Brandon, look at the changes.
This is it.
No, but forget. Oh. No, but it doesn't
exciting.
Chris, doesn't he look like really like
he's put that angle deliberately?
Dude, have you? I gotta get a fan.
Freaky. Curry monster.
So look at, I'm sitting in my room. This is how I talk to my wife, by the way. I sit right here because it's like, I'm normally chilling in my room, so this is where I am right now. So
I've just written something down on my phone there because I just wanted to make sure. I'm just trying to decide what your 2 best poses are. Don't say anything, AJ, but read that, and I want Brandon to say. Does he have to put in there? Okay. Okay. So I'm being sneaky here. What's your 2 best poses? Because I've got an idea, and Chris.
Put shoulder to the camera.
Okay. I've got a bet on this against myself.
Man, this is gonna be hard for me because I'm trying to think with your head.
No, that's not that. Then you're gonna know.
Because personally, I'm not a man of favorites. I don't have really favorites of anything.
Okay.
So that makes it hard for me. But in the general consistency of things, I think most people.
Actually, I need to change. One second. Hang on. Sorry. No, I got it wrong. Hang on.
Okay, let him.
Sorry, just bear with us.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
No,
sorry, I got it wrong.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man. we got. I'll just throw front double out there because.
Front something, but.
I know people like my front lat spread.
There you go.
That's like your footballs on your chest.
I know a lot of people have been talking about that. So yeah, that was gonna be that was in the back of my mind.
That's for freakiness. And what do you think the other one is, which is pure, which shows your aesthetics? What do you think?
And man, and then I gotta say, man, it's got to be one of my most muscular shots, right? No.
Nope.
Tell me. Side tricep?
I think it's your
side chest,
side tricep, and your front lat spread. That for me are the 2 poses.
Okay.
That to me is the ones that absolutely take everyone else apart. I really do think that. I mean, you posted the side tricep a few weeks ago, and it blew me away.
Yeah, that's good. I've heard of all that before, so that's great.
Yeah.
My goal then is to give you some new ones. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. I like the side intercostal as well, the intercostal pose. I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
you did that the Arnold in your routine.
That's the best one. That's the.
I'm really trying to work out my shots, like my shots. Like when I look at my body, I'm just like shots that I do that no one will kind of duplicate. Like they can't just say, "I'll do this shot," and I can look like Brandon. So I'm trying to find those shots. In particular, I've been experimenting a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see if I give you some new favorites outside of the mandatories.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
yeah,
we just wanted to quick on because we followed Journey for a lot longer than this year, but you were part of our first episodes. I remember back in January, wasn't it?
Yeah, just down.
Yeah.
We've seen the progress. When you were in Arnold Classic, the joy.
Hear me going absolutely ballistic.
He was going ballistic in Ohio. I was freaking out in Oslo. Then we kept in touch. We have a Brandon Curry tour.
Pro tour, completely sold out, by the way.
Sold out. Brandon Curry UK tour.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll bond even more then. And we talked to your wife at home. She's so excited. Your kids got number 15 football jersey. Your daughter's turning 15.
Yeah.
Pro-Tan. Is it Pro-Tan? That's sponsored.
Yeah, 15 years.
15 years anniversary, and he's going to be the 15th Mr.
So
Olympia.
What's this fascination with the number 15 then?
Well, but anyway,
what's the significance?
No matter what, we're excited for this Olympia, and we're going to be rooting for you.
Yep.
You know, I appreciate you guys, man. I love your energy. I love your passion for the sport. Like I say, it's great to be able to get the bodybuilding world excited.
Good.
About something. I mean, it's a great feeling. You know, a lot of people talk a lot about, you know, this year, but you know, there's been great Olympias that kind of had this same kind of some kind of situation. I mean, in '98 it was kind of similar. Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
The expected didn't happen. You know, so it's just an opportunity for some transitioning into the sport, and the timing right now for me. It's all about time. It seems just about right. And I'm ready to step up to the plate and bring things to a level to where, you know, we'll keep getting excited about each year bodybuilding again and again. So I don't want to leave a gap in this year's Olympia. I don't want people talking about an asterisk. If they mention an asterisk, I just want them to mention it because of they're not relevant in this Olympia. So that's the only reason I want an asterisk to be mentioned. But for the fans themselves, I want them to be excited about this year's Olympia. I want it to be talked about. I want it to be remembered. And I just want all my fellow bodybuilders to come bring it, you know, because we can't do this without everybody bringing a good package, everybody, you know, bringing improvements, everybody just, you know, showing the bodybuilding fans that, you know, we want this title, we want to represent this sport well.
Brandon, I've said this before in a previous episode. I mean, there was one year I went to the 2001, 2002 Olympias, and I remember 2003, some of my favourite names were dropping out, and I went, I'm not going to go to this Olympia, it's not going to be any good. And that, if anything, is one of the Olympias I wish I had gone to, 2003, you know, and because the thing is, the Olympia, my point is, the Olympia is so unexpected. It's such a... the people who ever criticize it are the ones that don't go. I mean, I'm going on my 7th Olympia, and it's like, I can hardly contain my excitement, you know, it's the Olympia.
Come on, man! I would sell my left kidney or right kidney or whatever to go.
You don't want to buy mine.
But anyway, we have to. No, not yours.
I was just saying, it's still so much to enjoy. I mean,
yes,
it's so much to enjoy. With the new classes, you can't forget about the 212. You can't forget about the classic physique, all of that.
Everything.
I mean, you can't forget about none of that, and it's gonna bring just as much excitement to the event as us in the open class. Yeah. But as an open class, we're going to give people something to talk about. I'm vouching for all of us. We're going to give people something to talk about, something to remember, man. So get your tickets. Don't sleep on it.
No.
Take us out with something, Curry, because now there's now there's something. Whoa!
He's breaking the screen.
Oh!
Hang on.
No. Forget about that right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so any sponsor shout-outs before we go? Some sponsors. You got a lot of them.
Hey, you see, I'm with the Gorilla team, the Gorilla Wear right
looking
now.
Like 50 Cent.
That's a new representation I'm representing. You know, of course, we out here with the Camel Crew Oxygen. But SciTech Nutrition, you know, they're gonna do a show in Hungary this year, so that's another thing coming up.
Okay.
A pro show that is coming. So if y'all don't know, it's a big pro show coming. I think we got Yamamoto, then you got Hungary, and then you got Korea, I believe. So I'll be out there for that event. So it'll definitely, I won't compete, but I will be there. But so that's excitement. SciTech doing big things in the bodybuilding world, and they've been representing me solid. Yeah. And now it's time for the investment to pay off. So we're trying to.
No, it's true. It's true. It's fantastic.
You know, so I appreciate these guys and.
Guest
I love
posing
the
Romania
fans. Yeah, Romania too.
Yeah. Can't forget that, Brandon. Come on, man.
That's going to be a big, crazy.
It's going to be an awesome event.
I know you guys will be there, right? Yeah. You both will be there, right?
Both of them.
Yeah, I know AJ. I know AJ ain't going to miss out on that one either. So, you know, that's too close.
It's too close, and too many muscle girls not to go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna definitely be there as well. See, my schedule is crazy, so I mean, it's hard to remember everything, but it's gonna be exciting. Post Olympia for me. I'm gonna be around, see all the fans, enjoy all the fans. So, you know, coming out to these events, I'll be great to take pictures and meet you guys. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's definitely looking forward to it. The pressure be off. So I'll be real good.
Well, Brandon, I'm really excited for you, mate. I'm excited for the Olympia. I'm excited for our Pro Tour in October. I'm excited for Romania. I'm excited for everything, mate. It's just so good, and I just can't wait for what's coming next. I'm sounding like AJ.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get to AJ.
Let me mention one more thing. The people that feed me, I forgot about that. Eat Smart here in Kuwait.
Okay.
That's
Munch Meals when I'm at home. So those people feed me. And Nutrition Factory is also to represent me. I got a local support team as well. Back home, the local community, you know, have kind of surrounded me, supported me as well. Brilliant. And that's not very common for that to happen. So I appreciate you guys. The gym I train in out there, Olympus as well. I appreciate all you guys back home. And I'm representing for you on this big stage.
Brandon, we're gonna let you go, mate, and we can't wait to see you in Vegas, mate. That's all I can say.
All right, thank you. And my wife, she says hello. She sends her wishes to you guys.
Say hello back.
We speak to her most days.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Cheers, Brandon. Cheers, buddy.
All right, cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Great vibe.
That's the best energy I've ever felt from Brandon, and he's 10, 12 days out. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Chris is shutting us off. Pump Media had enough.
Pump Media. Oh, that's been an epic episode. That's been like one for the history books.
Muscle development.
Yeah, but no, this is it. That's our wrap up. That's absolutely fantastic.
Bringing a mother effing heat.
No more to say. I feel like a song coming on.
We will see you after this episode. We will see you muscledevelopment.com.
Yep.
Giles, Ron Harris, Hector Mendoza, hopefully myself, Steve Blackman, Jordan Blackman, Goon will come up, Cox will hopefully come up.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
All the people you've seen in this episode that is going to Olympia, we will interview.
Yes, yeah, I'm going to be.
After
my voice is going to go by day 2. After party.
Crazy stories, Mr. Olympia.
Single and ready to mingle.
So after you've seen this episode, check Muscle Development. The hold. We start from Wednesday to Sunday.
Yeah. Epic.
Let's go. Lights out.
Epic.
And we on the mother effing rise.
Okay, we'll be back in 2 weeks after the Olympia with Global Muscle Radio. And AJ, we are out.
Brandon Curry. Yeah, baby.
Olympia. Okay.